All right, y'all. The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Welcome to the 14th episode of Super Boss Brothers, hosted live on GDQ Hotfix, where every other Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're bringing you two fiercely skilled retro gaming veterans and pitting them against each other in a myriad of handpicked challenges to find out who is the super boss. But before we get down to business, introduce these two new players and get a little bit into how the show works. Let's gloss over a couple GDQ announcements that you at home should be aware of. Like, hey, did you hear? Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online. That's right. In order to ensure the continued safety of our attendees, runners, volunteers, and staff, this year's SGDQ Marathon will once again be heading online. Game submissions are actually now open through April 11th. Submissions for hosts, judge, volunteers now open as well now through April 5th. General volunteer submissions will be opening April 9th. For more information, feel free to head on over to gamesdonequick.com. Hi, YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube and would like to support our live content, please consider checking out our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/GDQ. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to any Twitch channel of your choice every month for absolutely free. However, please consider using your Prime Gaming account to subscribe to the GDQ Twitch channel. Because your subs, gift subs, Amazon Prime subs, and bits cheered on a GDQ Twitch channel help support our weekly hotfix content, so thank you in advance for supporting our shows. Information on all of our hotfix shows is available at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. From there, you can find out more information about submitting your runs to any of our weekly shows. Speaking of our weekly shows, tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for That's Never Happened Before, a show about glitchy speed runs and learning about how those glitches work. The show is hosted by Kung Fu Fruit Cup, and she'll be having TGH, the boy Teach, on to teach us about Link's Awakening. Tune into and that's about it. But I know why y'all are here, and I'd like to introduce our two new competitors to y'all with our tail of the tape. Brother Jonathan, are you ready for the VTuber showdown?
This is another one of those episodes. First of all, hi everybody. This is another one of the episodes where the first thing I gotta do is go look up something, because with me being 74 years old, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what I haven't. I feel like today's we just jam all the words together. Like, I'm not a big drinker. I'm a binker. Or I don't eat ketchup. I'm a etchup. We just join words together. I had to literally look up what that word meant, because I had never heard of VTuber. I was like, okay, it has something to do with YouTube. I know that, but I didn't know what the V stood for, and so now I have educated myself on this whole new world that apparently was discovered in 2016 by someone, according to Wikipedia. So now that I know what's going on, I don't feel so unsmart. So, but I'm pretty excited to see these two go at it. They are both VTubers. Maybe I should be a VTuber. Can I be a VTuber? Is that okay? Is that possible?
Anyone can be a VTuber.
Anyone? Okay, tomorrow I'm a VTuber. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So these two are ready to duke it out tonight on our 14th episode of Super Boss Brothers. Where's the time gone? We've been this all year. This show was like birthed last year. Almost not quite a year ago, but it's getting close to it, it seems like. But
creeping up on that, yeah.
It really is. So check it out. First of all, we have our two players who are ready to duke out 7 unknown games, and I know them, and I now know, and I can't wait to. Oh my god, I can't wait to see some of these actually. But first, let's see. I'll start with. You know what? I'm gonna let you go first. How about this time? You go first today.
Sure.
How about
sure.
that?
So yeah, and I've recently. So I know both of these competitors, and I just actually recently met and befriended Voxandra. Her favorite game is Saga Frontier. Excellent choice. Cannot wait for the future Saga Frontier to come out. Favorite food. Oh, I knew Ray was like, I think Voxandra's favorite food is gonna get some people riled up in the chat. Bacon and pineapple pizza. Bacon and pineapple pizza. Bacon and pineapple pizza. I approve. Absolutely, 100%.
Here comes the hate mail.
What's your opinion on pineapple pizza? Pineapple on pizza, John.
You know, I think that pineapple pizza is. That's what I think about it.
Okay, great. We're on the same page. Love it. Pet peeve: blind jumps with pits nearby. I also like to call these leaps of faith. There's actually a couple of like indie games that actually that do that. You know, like because we want to show off the character and how far he can, jump, I guess. But sometimes it doesn't really work out because when it comes to like the retro games, you really, every pet could be possibly death or some secret. And yeah, it's pretty annoying to go through, trial and error. Favorite color: purple, if you haven't noticed. And I think it suits Voxandra extremely well. By the way, we do have their avatars displayed at the at the bottom of the screen, so you can get to know them a little bit. Say hi, and yeah, that's.
Oh my God, they're moving.
Yeah.
Are those like real time right now? I'm just curious.
I believe so. Right.
Oh my God, I totally have to do this on stream. But I think our figures would be a little bit bigger. They would probably cover half the layout, actually. But anyways, I'm sure you can shrink them down. This is, wow, those are real time. Hey, raise your hand. Can you all both raise your hand? I just want to see if, I'm just curious, does it move? Anyways, before I get ourselves into trouble here.
No. I feel like with this being like a VTuber Spotlight episode, whenever the rigs track webcam movement. So as flexible as they can be. I mean, there are some limitations, but they're very, very, very in real time and very well animated. But yeah, whenever we call either of them up, we can get a little bit into that, especially with how they came to be.
Well, shoot, let me go download the software while we're playing this today. We can all go on. We have a whole 5-person discussion at the end of the event. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is really cool. Alrighty then. Well, I'm sorry. This is amazing to me. It's stuff that I just use those effects where you put a big old pair of glasses on your face or a hat or, those Instagram filters that make you look all cartoony, which is quite scary actually. So, all right, now that I know what's up, let's talk about our other competitor. We got OGB minus T Orion. That's right. A mathematical equation right there. Favorite game is Mighty Switch Force. I saw that game very recently, and I want to play that. That is actually on my game list. It came out a couple years ago. Almost 2 years ago. That game is really fun. Have you played it?
No, it's I thought it only came out on the Wii's and the Wii U, but I now know that there are PC ports of it now.
Yeah, it's on this. I think there's a whole collection actually on the Switch too, which is even cool. So we got that. Favorite food is wait a minute. Wait. Favorite food is mineral oil. The oil? Just wait a minute. Wait. This is stuff you. The last time I talked about mineral oil, someone was trying to build their whole PC setup inside of mineral oil as a conductive way to, keep it cool or what. I'm gonna ask Orion about that later. I don't understand.
Yeah. And this pretty much ties into Orion himself. So OGBT stands for Optimal Gaming Bionatron Technical Variant RTA Bot.
So this is not a food for
bot go fast.
So okay, not a direct food for Orion themselves, but for the personality Orion.
For Orion.
Okay, I got it. Whoa, that's.
Yeah. Speedbot go fast.
Okay, got you. All right, I got you. Speaking of go fast, pet peeve, really long tutorials. I just want to play games. You know what? I'm looking at you, OT. I ain't gonna call it tutorial, but Lord knows, can I just get my sword? Do I have to watch Tinkle and everybody flying around forever and ever? And how long is that cutscene after we save Zelda after getting through those guards. Like, how long does that need to be? See, that's not even a tutorial. Wait, you know what? Tutorials, cutscenes, it all is the same thing, right? That's what
I like tutorials when if they're lengthy, but they're like a separate, like mode, like from like main menu. Like, hey, here's how to play the game real quick.
You know what you need? You know what you need, Bobby? We need like Banjo-Kazooie. When you first walk out your house, Bottle says, "Do you know your moves? If you do, yes, go." You can gotta sit there and you do all the sounds. So, anyways, oh my God, I love those sounds. They do so good with that. Anyway, we're way off topic. And finally, favorite colors are green and gold, illustrated by their avatars. You can see in the upper right corner there. So, pretty. I really love that. Up there, though. I must say.
I really love that. I really love that color scheme. Yeah, it's cool. Really like Mega Man Battle Network ish. I love that. Yeah, so we have these two here for you today to duke out across 7 unique game challenges, and we did a little bit of a coin flip or number choose game to figure out which player will be player 1 and player 2, right?
Yeah, we did that. So they will be affected. Of course, you all don't know. For those of you, we have 7 rounds, 7 games here. In our first round, everything's worth 1 point. I guess we'll tell you about how the game works for those who have forgotten it, etc. So in our first game, our lovely AI player, our lovely assistant, will be choosing that first game. Then our players will choose, and then round 2, we'll double the points. And then, of course, in our final round, our 7th final game, we'll have the big 4-point game that hopefully, as we always hope, will decide the match, because we love for games to go all the way to all 7 games. So they don't know what they're going to be playing. And spoiler, neither do we. No, we do know. We do know. I hope we know. We better know what's behind those numbers. And, of course, don't forget, you all, in Game 4, the chat plays. You all pick the options so you all can first-handedly decide the fate of our players and what points will be going on. So, all righty. So, with that being said, do we have everything covered? We have all the rules, regulations, fine print?
Yeah.
I think.
Most points wins.
Most points wins. All righty. So anything they can be playing, who knows? Retro, who knows? Maybe we'll even purposely change a game right now that has a very long cutscene and blind jumps. So just to make them both mad at us. Alrighty, so with that being said, hey Bixby, give me a number between 1 and 7.
1 second, just double checking my math. All right, looks like your number is 6.
Alrighty, Bixby has spoken, and the number is going to be 6. So our first game, out the gate will be our option behind number 6. So we're going to reveal that, give the players a game. They have limited instructions on how to play it, and game numbers. Ew.
So 2 of my favorite Capcom series mixed into 1. What do y'all know about this?
I know I have played this game completely through a few years ago. Many years ago.
What were your thoughts on that, John?
Oh man, this game is amazing. I'm so glad this is seen, because I haven't played this game in a long time. And I'm not the biggest fighting game player, but I mean, we can fight a level with Daalism. And all those knuckleheads. Even Vega. I got bodied by Vega in this game. Vega just assimilated me, just bodied me. But these players probably won't be going quite that far in the game. Looks like what we got here: run, jump, slide, and shoot your way through 8 new challenges to Mega Man in this fan game published by Capcom. Yeah, World Warriors, not Robot Masters here, of course, right? It only would make sense.
Yep.
Yeah, imagine seeing a Mega Man game on Super Bros. Imagine. I think we're playing more Mega Man games than anything else.
Published by Capcom, or
Yeah, Capcom chose this game for our show. We reached out to them. They told us to play this game. So it's a Capcom sponsor stream portion out here. But this game is fantastic. Fan-made game. When are you going to play this?
I plan on playing it, actually. Like, I was actually watching it like a handful of years ago. Good old Duckfist playing through it, and it's got a slide, it's got a charge shot, it's got really catchy music, and like the boss, and like the World Warrior battles are like really cool, and like the mechanics of some of the bosses, like special moves even, are extremely intuitive, and like they're like a puzzle within themselves.
Yeah, my first time playing this was actually a blind race of the game, so that was quite a way to go into it. And I was like, yo, I got to come back to this, and I may have to now. You realize you're gonna have to learn like 25 new games, because it's like every show we found like, hey, let's learn this game. We still got to learn Crash from last show.
But wait, sorry, what was that? You cut out.
We still have to learn Crash from the last show.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. You said you want to.
Yes.
Okay, fine. We'll learn a
Mr.
Crash game.
And bacon lover.
Well, I do love pineapple and bacon.
I like pineapple, I like bacon, and I like pizza. There you go.
Oh, John. So when we get our shots, and the GDQ opens back up again and all that, we're gonna have to go to my favorite place, to wherever they host it, because I know I have a favorite place out there, and we will get a fine bacon and pineapple, nice Hawaiian pizza. Yeah.
We got to discuss about Hawaiian pizza here. As I'm just saying, people think just throw a pineapple on pizza in this house in Hawaiian. It doesn't work like that, people. They don't do that in Hawaii. This is a revolutionary fact here. Even in Hawaii, putting pineapple pizza does not make it Hawaiian. That's the man messing our minds up right there. The man, whoever that is, Oprah. I don't know, somebody. But anyways, I dissect.
Oh, let me dissect this. It's delicious.
Is it now? My mom likes it. My mom says that a pizza does not have pineapple on it, it's wrong. Yeah. Please don't hate my mama. If you do, we're gonna have some problems. I'm just saying.
It's fine, but at the core, pineapple on pizza, you get that nice clash between savory, that nice slight tanginess and sweetness. Whatever else you throw in on your pizza as well.
And when that clash hits your stomach,
that's all pizza. That's all pizza.
Tony Hawk Pro's get a 5 in your stomach. 5, 4 to 720s. Just saying.
All right, so while this is a game published by Capcom, it's not available on any console or platform. This is a PC title, so we're gonna be giving these folks quite some time, or a little bit of amount of time, to set up their controls to how they like it, and so they can have like an equal advantage going out into the challenge.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of PC games on there, so they do have a little special setup here. We had Mega Man 2 Atari D-Make, which is also a PC game as well. What's with those Mega Man and PC games? Is that just a thing now or something? Well,
there are a lot of like really good fan titles of Mega Man for PC.
Well, you know what? While they're setting up, you know how we have you talk about our upcoming events here on the channel and stuff, like GDQ submissions, or specifically SGQ submissions. But hey, there's something going on next Saturday. Actually, not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
That's right. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, because we officially have it all set up now. We working hard behind the scenes to make sure stuff is set up for all these hot fixes. I'm telling you, this stuff ain't easy. But next Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on this very channel, there's going to be a special, I'm still looking for the good name, but the Link to the Past Randomizer Jumbo-matic Edition. Yes, can you say that again? Yes, I will, Big John. The Link to the Past Jumbo-matic Randomizer. We have the debut of that race coming up, there's a showcase here between Dr. Bobtastic and Killer App 23. If you like Link to the Past, if you like Randomizer, if you like the ability to help our players or hinder our players, it's going to be a good watch. Yes, that is going to be showing a one-time show. Who knows? Maybe it'll be so good we do it every day. I don't know about that. But you don't want to miss that next Saturday starting at 6 p.m. Our two players will be racing unknown settings. They'll know when they won't know until it starts. Like right on the spot, they can change the settings. They can ask for help, but only one time. The chat can give them help or sabotage them. Even I can sabotage them. But you don't want to miss this. It's going to be the first time you've ever seen it on this channel here. So be there or be square. What they say? What is the problem with being square? Is that a bad thing? Like, what's wrong with square? Huh?
I just hadn't heard it since I left 6th grade, I think.
Oh, that's what y'all said as a kid?
Yeah, like I guess that's showing the generational gap between us, huh? But
yeah, we just lost cool points. Yeah, I was a cool point generation. So, but yeah, but make sure you check it out there. I'll be hosting it, so you know it's gonna be a dull event. What? No. But it's gonna be fantastic. But don't forget to get your submissions in, because I need to go submit something too.
Yeah, we should be having a command for that fairly soonish, right?
Yes. I can't wait to see what gets done this time. I have a few things I hope get in, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's our co-op run gonna be?
Jumble-matic. All right.
Oh.
Jumble-matic.
Yes. Jumble-matic, trademark pending.
Like it. All right. It looks like both of our competitors are ready for some Street Fighter Cross Mega Man action.
Yeah, so make sure you turn up your speakers, because you don't want to miss out on this music too. It's pretty doggone lit.
The remix on I'm gonna wait till we get to Fighter Select to talk about it.
Yeah.
But it is so nice.
Oh, I can't wait to see what they choose. The path that version is gonna be real here. Do they have any hints on recommended boss order?
Nope.
Oh, throwing them in the fire.
Throwing them in the fire. It's kind of I kind of want them to go into it with a fighting game mentality. Say that you're going online. You're not going to be fighting Ryu all the time. There's going to be a whole bunch of very matchups that you have to adapt to. But it's okay. You can zone.
So what you're saying is the probability of success is low. Is that what you're saying?
No. I think zoning in fighting games is actually an extremely strong play style. Look, you literally have an energy cannon that shoots lemons. What's Chun-Li gonna do to that?
Have you seen the speed of her leg and what she can do with that thing? I'm just saying.
That's fair, but she can do that all the way over there. You're on the other side of the screen, and I think they're going to be fine. Okay. All right. So we're ready right now for some Street Fighter Cross Mega Man action. And look at our World Warriors right here. I mean, Rolento's definitely not a World Warrior, but he is a viable option.
I love Blanca's face there. It's an amazing picture there. Like Blanca and Dollars' face is upside down anyway. It's there's an exclamation point on it too. It's really cool. That is an amazing graphic.
All right, so for delay purposes, we're gonna be counting down from 20, so bear with us. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Oh boy. It's Street Fighter. It's Mega Man. It's
yeah. It's both of them.
It's Blanca versus Dollism. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah. So we haven't given them a precise boss order for this because I kind of just want to see like how they would you know, divert through the path. But it's classic Mega Man in every, you know, meeting of the G4, meaning that you have spikes.
Already.
Yes, those are really sharp bamboo shoots. Yeah, robot no likey. But yeah, you run, jump, and shoot. There's a slide, there's a charge, and like this is a PC game, so there's not going to be like many instances of lag, which is the best thing about classic Mega Man's of the 8-bit.
Or any game.
Or any game. Oh, almost jumped to the bamboo shoots again. All right, Orion, they're making really good progress. Voxandra, she's jumping and shooting along. Really great. What?
I was about to say, well, you have a little advantage being the water stage, but well, so much of that jump anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Killer water, killer bamboo shoots. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This looks very, I don't know what it is. It almost looks like Mega Man 3, but then you got this 4 charge buster, and
were there any slugs, like slug monsters in classic Mega Man? Like
slugs? Everything was a robot. No slugs and leeches and stuff.
But what about robot slugs, John?
Look,
no.
Oh, you know, I really despise the Mega Man when you down the screen with an extra life on it. It's just something about it just irks me so much. But, not feeling Blanca going to change the same stage as Voxandra now. Voxandra is just a few, probably one hit away from casual.
Yeah, she's gotta be a bit
wow. That's
with the yoga teleport. No. Meanwhile, Orion, they're picking up an extra life. They'll probably need that.
This stage right here, as you can see, there's a lot of path options on this one, especially early on. Ooh, getting through it. What is this? Is this looks rude, actually. I haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah, you gotta save that buster because it doesn't necessarily pierce.
Yeah, Ryan's going to make that turn back and continue going. Voxandra seems to be a little bit more like the brute force. So just get through the mess. Just get through, and if I get hit, keep going.
You know, where have we seen that before?
You
gotta check out our earlier episodes of Super Boss Brothers, or shall I say Boss Sisters.
You know? Yeah, one up.
Yeah, they'll probably need that.
Something cool about cross-screen slides. I don't know what it is. Hey, look, a ball store.
Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Round 1, fight.
I see. Now notice there's like a double health bar here on the boss. And, well, never mind.
The jumping heavy punch that Yoga Snipe gets him every time. Voxandra, she will be no different. Round 2, fight.
This guy. Now, if I remember correctly, once that bar is full, that's when the boss can do this like super attack or whatever.
Yep.
And the more you hit the boss, I think that's gonna come to you.
Oh, nice dodging that Yoga Snipe, but you get drills and you get a whole bunch of aerial attacks, but very nice. And again, there's the super animation, Yoga Catastrophe.
Look at that speed on that fireball. On a blistering 6 pixels per second here.
Oh, with the EX.
Oh, this is gonna be a master.
Oh, she picked up an E-Tank. I wonder if she's gonna be using it.
How do we use it though? Help.
Oh, there you go. All right.
I don't down there. That slow cross.
Built up another meter, but only one ahead, so there we go.
Oh.
Little little love tap
Need
there.
4 bars here. Oh my
There we go. And Dawson is down. You win. Perfect.
man.
Well, not necessarily perfect, but you know.
That was quite suspenseful, honestly.
Dawson will make you move. He'll make you work for it. Yeah, very. One of my favorite boss fights, actually.
I love how Voxender's like, forget charging the bus. Let's just mash. We ain't got time for charging.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily aware of like the amount of iframes. I don't remember, but like sometimes like especially in like Mega Man 9 and 10, I know that like sometimes Buster only will just be like, you know, mashing because of the short iframes. I mean, like in Mega Man 9 he doesn't have a charge anyway, but it could be a really nice strategy. Alexandra moving on to Blanca. So we're trading off on stages here, and also let's see if Orion can grab that juice and fell Dawson as well. Run the set. I'm just gonna say run the set. This is FGC time. I'm sorry.
You know what?
Please don't jump on those really sharp, albeit kind of rusty, I guess, bamboo shoots. Ah!
Oh. Let's see here. Oh, time to take out dollars in part 2 here.
Here we go. Round 1, fight.
Oh boy. Yeah, that charge buster is doing about 3 damage.
Oh, we get hit with that EX Yoga Flame. Uh-oh. Now it's really at the very least it's really nice whenever he does like a drill attack, like he's just slowly descending, so we're able to get a couple of buster shots in. But we got the Yoga Catastrophe, but Dawson put it the other way.
Aim. You know what?
Nice autocorrect, Dawson.
Oh boy. Well, maybe he's trying to cover the whole screen. Shoot one left, fire the other way, so you really can't go anywhere. Just let's see. Ryan has an E-tank. I hope he has the same E-tank.
Yeah, I don't know if they picked up the E-tank or not. Though I haven't seen Orion pause. Oh, here we go, Yoga Catastrophe. Gotta get away from that, but Dawson can teleport anywhere on the screen. A little bit of an RNG element as well. Oh, getting hit with an unfortunate, EX Yoga Flame. Oh, he's gonna get hit with the, oh no, he's not, because Yoga Catastrophe is like way too slow. Orion, they got to be extremely on the ball here.
Goodness.
One more charge shot. Didn't want to risk it under. Gets the charge shot, but with Dawson is just playing with the food now. But there we go. You win. Perfect.
These teleports, I can't believe that those shots missed. That's ridiculous how much those teleports missed.
That was absurd.
Those death shots. Oh, boy.
All right, so we have Dawson down for both competitors, and Voxandra. Yeah, Voxandra is making the progress. She's already at boss door, and maybe fire can quell the lightning. Oh yeah, she's getting funked. All right, there we go. Oh!
I love that match through all the weapons right there.
Fortunately, the fire weapon in this game is also extremely good, kind of like synonymous in classic Mega Man 4. Or sorry, Fat Form.
It's so tiny.
Oh!
This don't look good. So about that block button.
Oh no!
I mean, the whole screen lit up here.
It was insanely lit. Oh, here we go. But it kind of like the best situation because she was already at 1 HP to begin with. So like, best to know, you know, what your opponent's got. And wow, that just mowed.
Yeah.
That just
sense.
mowed Blanca down.
Fire in the forest. Hey?
Yeah.
Well, go.
Voxander, another one down, 2 down for her, and she acquires, well, after Dan does the thing, the tropical hazard. These weapon names are really cool too. Well, look at this Yoshi's Island watermelon.
I mean, I'm just saying, really. Killer watermelon.
All right, where we're going off to next. All right, we're going to the psychic Rose. Hey,
I remember Rose. Where's Rose from?
Rose is from Street Fighter Alpha, and actually, they're gonna be bringing her back. In Street Fighter V, in one of their final DLC season passes, where they release characters periodically and all that, Rose is projected to, I believe, be the next in line. So fan favorites of Rose from Alpha, or she was also in Street Fighter IV, made an appearance there as well. And they can get hyped for that.
By the way, these ooh, I've seen these before. These things are awful. Maybe it's me just remembering this game again. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, you did say you had a playthrough of it, and
yeah. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking something in the X series. I don't know what it was. I was thinking about those Sigma purple heads. I think that's what it was. But anyways, at least none of them say they don't like auto scrollers because, well, Ryan, the timing of that slide. Imagine you go slide aiming perfectly over a pin. That's just weird. Oh boy. Well, Orion, I don't know, one more life left? 2.
I think they've got some left in the tank there.
They feel subtle error, as if we have an option here.
But honestly, yeah, I think since I think they made a really good call with switching to the flame. The flame is kind of like doing work, and it's that's pretty up there. Yeah, you just don't want to slide. Yeah, get rid of that. 2 block slides. Oh, the animal.
Oh boy, these pits.
Yeah, hey, bringing back precision platforming. I mean, this was a Mega Man, classic Mega Man at the core, right?
Now, you know we don't do that. We take a damage boost across those pits. Come on now. Unless you're playing Mega Man 1, don't do that.
All right, Orion's almost to the boss door, and yeah, since they've got the I was gonna say magma bazooka. I forget what the fire weapon is called, but magma bazooka is great, aka the blicky. Anyway,
I mean, how many ways can we spin off Fireman? I mean, we're gonna have some clue. Deleted. Oh my goodness. Orion.
That's all right. I feel like they should have another go at it, just because it's the most familiar that they're with.
Yeah, I would too.
You don't want to undo all of that progress,
Yeah, we know where to go, and I think 6.5 minutes left of this. 1 stage deficit for them anyway, so I would do the same thing because Bartender might increase that lead here. Time to put the fruit to the action. Let's see what happens.
And here goes Rose.
Please, do not throw watermelons at lovely women. Don't do that. Only in video games.
Only in games titled Street Fighter Cross Mega Man.
Yes.
Uh-oh, the Ultra.
Uh-oh.
Seriously. That is that's kind of unfair.
You get a sneak peek of the boss and then, okay, game over now. Oh, Orion into the pit, trying to delay that jump a little too late there. I'm trying to remember, do we have to like hit the boss quick enough so they don't do that full screen attack?
I don't think that you can. Like, I think she gets at least 1 Ultra off, even if you do the right encounter. I don't know. I don't speedrun this game.
We should fix that. I mean, come on, this is Bobby. It's a lagless Mega Man with slide.
I love it. Oh my God. I absolutely play Mega Man 9 and 10. fun. It's super fighting robot and all that. Like, oh, lagless Mega Man game. Just bellissimo.
Oh, wait, I forgot. You have to play a game that has a Wally Casino like Final Boss. So,
that's the only thing. That's the only thing. Oh, no. I've been playing Mega Man 3 on the Sega Genesis. And all you have to do is nothing for that final boss, because that final boss is so easy.
Yeah, that's pretty freaky.
80% less lag, double the bits. Y'all
No
need to play it.
iframes? I mean, come on now. It's win-win. Imagine a boss with no iframes.
All right, so that's another one that we got to get on the list because we got to get Mega Man Game Gear. So we'll play Crash and Mega Man Game Gear.
You know what? Can we skip Brightman stage? What about Mega Man 3 Game Boy? See?
That's still okay.
We're not strong enough for that yet.
Less than 5 minutes left, and also, this is one thing that I like doing here, because if the stages are tied up, and Orion has a really good chance of beating Blanca. I love going into an overtime to see if we can get that best of 5 stages.
Overtime, you say?
Overtime, I say. But we'll see.
Oh, Blanca is.
Blanca,
that health bar.
Meloned.
Oh, and melon to the down piece and then spin dashed into Orion. Chance to tie it up again so we can get it done.
Yeah.
Blanca don't play here.
Orion not opting to go for the flame though. I don't think. Oh, there we go. Nice dodging the ultra attack. Meloned.
No. God, this Heatman wannabe flying across the screen like this. Oh, that buster.
Oh, it looks like Blanca's almost right. Yep, gonna be setting off the attack again. 3 melons this time.
Ryan's gotten that jump timer down, but ooh, these hits right here.
That Blanca ball is so deadly.
Ooh.
3 more melons.
And one more hit.
My God.
That's
okay. All right. One more life.
Jeez.
Voxandra also on Rosa's stage trying to get the melon out.
Yeah, this fruit over here, forest over there. I mean, it's just.
Voxandra's got it. Gonna be tying it on up, but let's see Orion to see if they make a strong display as well. It looks like it's gonna be 3-2 when things are all said and done.
Yeah.
Let's see if they push it all out. Watch out! Oh, Blanca ball. Yeah, that's not even an EX Blanca ball. It's been EX Blanca. Ah, there it goes. It just does so much damage. Just does so much damage. And here goes that ultra again. No, not that.
Oh my God, the lob.
That was far too accurate to be a lob, but that was
like
definitely
those,
a lob.
Slow motion, like here it comes, just washing down.
That was definitely a lob.
It's unfortunate. I mean, it's too bad they did not try that special weapon from the previous boss. We saw it was done so quickly for Roxandra, but that's the way it happens sometimes.
I feel it was such a good rhythm, but like honestly, like that's kind of like playing Blanca in a nutshell, or playing against Blanca in a nutshell. You never know what you're gonna get. You're always on your toes, and then when you least expect it, boom, round over. You know.
Yeah, round was just warming up for the Buster only.
But yeah, still a very glorious display by both competitors for round 1, and starting off with a really strong title. Again, like I really love. I actually really love this game. Like honestly, like the music's dope. Like I love the stage design and how they really you know, toss Street Fighter elements into one of my favorite 2D platformer, rather.
I'll tell you what, before the game ends, what's up with Joe's new weapon here, man? That beam is real.
That's the Sea Viper Sentry. That's behold, optic blast. But I guess coming from his arm. But that's gonna be it. That's gonna be time, and that is going to be the end of challenge 1. It looks like, rather, as you see here, player 1, Voxandra, with 3 completed stages to Orion's almost 2. I'm gonna call that a respectful 2. That was one HP away, and that was against Blanca. No one likes playing against Blanca. Blanca's kind of BS, all right? So 3-2. Really well played by both competitors as we get ready for challenge number 2.
Yep, challenge number 2 there. Again, this is going to continue our 1-point round here, as we always do. So game number 2, we have it always selected by our player that was deemed player number 1, which happens to be Orion in a very, very secret number picking scenario thingamajiggy. So we're going to invite in Orion into our little call here, because they will be responsible for determining the next game. So the drag and drop little copy pasta here. And is Orion in here?
Hello, RTA bot.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh, 1 second.
We're having a little technical difficulties. I'm looking at you, Microsoft. Let's try one more time, shall we? Hello. We are looking for the Orion.
Uh-oh.
We may be having some technical difficulties with their audio. So we may have to, are we going to do this via chat instead?
Probably, but tech is on it.
Yes.
I would really love to see and hear what they have to say about, well, not only the last ones, or the last challenge, but this future challenge.
Who is it supposed to acquire Discord soon? Who was that? Microsoft? You saw what happened when they took over Mixer. Just saying. All right, so we're going to get them on here. But anyway, our first player will choose the second game. They're going to try to get the audio things changed here and get Orion here so we can get our game here. Again, this is a seven round show for those who are new here. 3, then a break, 3, another break, and then, of course, our final climatic game 7 will be at the tail end of the show. Hey, just imagine if Microsoft bought Twitch. Okay, I'm not gonna go into that conversation.
I was gonna say my old job just closed down. All right, I don't want
to. What, did Microsoft buy them?
RTA bot is here. Hello.
It's okay. This is just the pre-purchase on Microsoft of Discord. It's okay. We know what happens, so. Are we there? Hey, Ryan, can you speak for us? Make sure we got your audio going to the stream here. Hello.
I was just trying to see if we can get the audio feed up in here. Hold on.
All I can say is hashtag Boyga. Don't forget that. Don't forget.
Yeah. No, like John and I can hear you, but it's not coming through through an audio feed somewhere. Oh,
There.
can y'all hear RTA bot? Hello? Oh,
We got this. Our highly paid, overpaid, and underpaid tech is doing all that they can. I promise you. Hashtag Boyga.
You should be audible now. Am I audible? Hello, everyone.
RTA bot, chiming you in one last time, or not one last time, but one more time.
The RTA bot is here. Hello.
All right, can you hear us now?
I can hear you well.
That's it. Wait, is the chat fooling us? Nope. Of course not.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Wait.
It's good.
Hey,
Okay.
Hey.
You know,
Hey.
we're going to talk to you as fast as possible before we lose you again.
Sounds good
How
to
about
me.
that?
Sounds great.
All right. First of all, how about that Blanca?
Man, that Blanca was bodying me. Like, it wasn't even the super that was killing me, too. It was just all those projectiles.
It's that EX ball.
Yeah, that ball.
It's the EX.
That ball will punish you, for sure. Even got some taps in there, too. A little bit of electricity. That was brutal.
Make sure you go back and play that game. It's fantastic. And trust me, it's amazing.
Oh, I had a blast with it. I definitely want to after that.
Good.
Well, hopefully you can find some more blasting balls in one of these next game selections. I don't know how that's related, but you know what? There might be a ball or a blast somewhere on these remaining 6 games here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 are your remaining options. As player number 1, you choose the game for this round. So which one of these options do you want to go with?
Let's go with lucky number 7.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Absolutely positive. Hit me with it, John.
Wow, this is the first person I think that's ever said yes. Absolutely no hesitation, no.
Yes on a
no
7.
doubt. All right. Number 7 is locked in, so we're going to let you go and get set up for this game. And we're going to wish you the best of luck. You can catch up and tie this match back up. All right.
Hoping to do that. Thank you very much, guys.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay, BB, brother Bobby.
Yeah, that's brother John. Definitely not alliterating that. Yeah. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I don't have a cool. Well, anyway, I was thinking about it. I don't have no cool BB. I'm just B. You know what? I'm just gonna hush. Actually, if I say something I shouldn't say, and move on and show you what game number 7, card number 7 reveals here. Ooh.
That is right. I'm gonna have every platform of Donkey Kong Country on Super Boss Brothers before our rotation is done, and we're bringing back the Kong Letter Collection Challenge. In previous episodes, we had someone go, I believe it was like Ty Tuesday and Dangers, go through World 2 of the SNES version. Now I'm gonna have these two folk go through the Game Boy Color version. I believe released in like 2000, actually, like kind of up there, and
it feels recent, but it's like 21 years ago.
It feels recent, but also look at it.
Yes.
It's so nice. But yeah, so how the Kong Letter Collection Challenge goes down is obviously through every other, every non-boss stage. There are 4 letters to collect. K-O-N-G for Donkey Kong. Anyways, but if you fail to collect all of these letters in a stage, it will not count toward your stage completion. You must complete more stages, collecting all of the Kong letters in them than your opponent to complete the challenge. And we're going to be giving you 20 minutes to go through as many levels as you can.
Really? The Game Boy Color version?
Yeah.
Well, there are far worse versions of handheld Donkey Kongs. That's for sure.
Hey, don't go
What?
there. Don't go there.
Please.
That's my childhood. That's my childhood.
Well, maybe I wasn't specifically talking about official titles. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. There are other pieces of software that you can partake in that would be less than reputable Donkey Kong Country experiences.
I mean, and since I know how much you love Donkey Kong, I'm sure you'll love it in any iteration, right? Exactly.
Not Donkey Kong Country 5. I definitely would not.
Oh, boo. Boo on you, man. Don't worry. I got another goodie.
Thing is, so many people are going to be so confused. This is what I love. Twitch directory, since everything is so simplified now, you can't specify if it's going to be Donkey Kong Country or Donkey Kong Country. A lot of people are going to be confused, but it's okay. We'll explain things the best that we can, but like honestly, what you see on the screen is pretty much what you're going to get with this version.
So lovely pre-rendered low-bit graphics.
It's so good though. It controls pretty well. The Kong letter collection challenge is going to be a little bit trickier since if you die, your Kong letters reset. But
and why is that? Do we just not have enough memory capacity on the Game Boy Color?
Too much memory.
Can't remember what he did, so sorry, just wipe him out. Oh my goodness gracious. This is gonna be something. I can't wait to see this because you know what? I might just play along. Is that legal?
Yeah, no. But look, I had to play these games and think of these challenges. I want everyone to play along. Race against the clock. Y'all have 20 minutes alongside good old Orion and Voxandra. Let me know if you managed to play this game. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of it? I think it's a pretty good package for a Donkey Kong Country game that you can fit in your pocket. Back then, you know.
In your pocket. Oh yeah, well, yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry, my Game Boy didn't fit in my pocket. That Super Saiyan Soul one I had, man. That was like putting a shoe in your pocket, walking around with it sticking outside your pants.
Oh,
Lord
come on, no.
What you know? Hey, please.
I had deep pockets. I had deep pockets.
All right, cross colors. Oh boy.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this is gonna pop off because I'm not sure either competitor is familiar and like we try to make these games and like craft the challenges so that like you're not really that familiar with them. I don't think a lot of folk are familiar with this version of the game.
I'm trying to remember, is this a clone of the original one? Or is this own design? I don't remember.
I think this is the clone. I think Land was like the arrangement. Right?
You know, if I recall correctly, there's one platform there's a lot of platforms we haven't shown yet on the show, but if I remember correctly, this was actually made in a mobile game. There was a mobile version of Donkey Kong that was like, I don't know, I guess it was kind of like Super Mario Run, but man, I wonder if we could do some Android games up here. That would be interesting. You know,
we have given both competitors a Samsung Galaxy. And
just imagine, man. I mean, hey.
I'm going to race to the finish and slay the spire. There we go. Hey. I like it. I'd like it.
Yes, imagine we have a contest. Like, you can be a contestant and get your own free, Note 10 Plus just for being a participant.
What product placement in this broadcast?
Dude, we'll have a whole Gleam link to sign up on. Follow me on Bobby on Twitch and Twitter and wherever else, and gain an entry. Sub to GDQ channel, get 10 bonus entries. I'm just saying. Hey, they got sponsors. We can reach out and get some more sponsors. The show sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Remember a little technical difficulty with one of our players here in the audio? You know, everything is working. I'm telling you, Microsoft is taking over. You know how they like to sneak out updates. We don't realize it. They might have done it today. But
Yeah, it's all right. But I think after this is going to be a little bit more smooth sailing. But don't worry, we got some Donkey Kong Country that you can fit in your pocket coming at you. And again, for those that are just tuning in, this is Super Boss Brothers, and this is the special VTuber Showdown edition. Usually we have 2 retro gaming veterans, but now we have just gaming veterans. Yeah, we just gaming. I don't know what else to call it, because like we're kind of like crossing that threshold now. Like we're doing a lot more GBA. We're doing a lot of 64.
Just for that, episode 15 will be the Atari 2600 episode.
The 2-bit edition.
That's right. Nothing but Atari 2600 games. So
okay. I would very much like to see it. I'm not going to comment on it further, but I would very much like to see it.
Yeah, spoiler, you know, as you all are watching here on GDQ or on YouTube, go check our past episodes. We had our first Atari 2600 game the last show, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? Maybe we'll have to do that. And Commodore 64 or, I don't know, ColecoVision. Can we go that far? I don't know. What's going on? We might just have a speed run of Pong up in here.
Oh my.
Pong would definitely be a high score challenge, I think.
All right, we'll put a pin in that. Both of our competitors are ready for some Donkey Kong. I was gonna say land. Sorry, Donkey Kong Country for the Game Boy Color.
God, poor DK, he looks so pitiful. What is that? What is that? Is that his shoe? What is that?
His shoe?
Is that his foot?
You get to see a lot more of this sprite in action. I think this is just like the main sprite just really shrunk down. And...
Please start. That scared me.
Okay, yeah. You want to count down, John?
Okay then. 15, 14, 13, and 12. 11, 10. Look at that foot. And 8, 7, 6. Is it a foot at all? 4, 5. I mean 3, 2. 1 and go.
Okay.
I'm seriously, it's like none of his other feet look like that, or arms or toes. It's a bandage. I don't know, but here we go. Rolling around to the speed of sound here. Man, look at that camera. What?
Oh, look at that was a really extended rock and roll.
Yo,
yeah, for those
left and right. Ooh. Yes.
All right, Orion with Co. Okay.
All right.
I see you.
Oh my goodness. Even Diddy. Oh my. Look at that. I'm looking at his roll sprite versus how fast he actually moves. And it just. Oh, look at this.
Wait. Is it just Rambi by himself, or
it's solo Rambi? I don't see anybody else. They left.
Or is it just like the 30 frames a second? No, the solo Rambi. All right, this is Rambi's show. Let's go.
See, Donkey Kong and Diddy are inside of Rambi. Okay, they're just resting inside, and then there's a little pouch on them.
All right, both have one stage completed with Kong, and now on to the next one. They're looking pretty neck and neck with it.
Yeah, this isn't so bad on the start of it. You know, these letters are kind of not so hidden per se.
And like that's the thing. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of folk are familiar with Donkey Kong Country, just maybe like not in this form, right?
Yeah. He's like, what happened? oh yeah, so the checkpoint is kind of bad because if there's a letter before it, you have to like go back. That is so not right. Who goes left and go back? Wait, isn't that bad? Like you have to like. Oh, that's bad.
It might warrant having to start or having to complete the stage and start over.
Yeah, that's rude. Oh wow. Ooh. Oh well. Guess you just don't mess up and life is okay, right? Yeah.
Well, these stages are pretty short to begin with. So and like as long as you like keep like keep rolling, and there you go. Yeah. Orion's got KON. Voxandra just looking to finish this up as well. The G's all the way up there, but that ditty.
Oh no. Oh no. Suddenly bonus stage. That came out of nowhere. Look at that celebration. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So the G letter is up there. You can, I believe, you can use just jumping. Yeah, you can use that like little cave to just put yourself up there. So
Bobby,
yeah, Voxandra got that. What's up?
I just want to put a dash of like Technicolor in this game. It's like just a dash, just a little brightness or a little contrast or something, a little saturation. It's just it feels like someone just put like a new color filter on it or something. It's just
I like it. I think it's neat.
neat.
When it comes to like they really tried to push the capabilities of the Game Boy Color cartridge, and I mean it kind of shows, like putting a full-fledged John.
Look, I love Nintendo, so I can say something. Okay, it's okay. I like Nintendo. Man, that's
Officer. Oh no.
just stomped on. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, music's all right too. Oh yeah, I really love the music here actually. Like it's a really nice, yeah, it's pretty as faithful a recreation on the Game Boy as possibly can be. Orion, oh no.
Oh, that's just so much happening at the same. Oh my goodness.
It looks like Orion's gonna be skipping that one. Voxandra up 1. Gotta be moving because there is a little bit over 15 minutes left in the oh sorry. Yeah, a little bit over 15 minutes left in the challenge.
That's the same combo again there. Whenever you get hit and you lose your partner, your partner tags in, and you just die again because you fall in the same pit. Just so rude.
Mm-hmm. But we like to call those death loops, you know.
Oh, is that what they call it? There's a name for it. I call it bad design. No, I'm joking. Oh boy. Like I'm just playing this game again right now myself. Oh no.
Boo.
God, that timing.
The only thing that was probably wrong with playing this on actual hardware was the lack of backlighting. That would probably be where like the experience shows.
Wait a minute.
But
I thought your generation had the backlight.
we did, and then we didn't. I mean, like I had a Game Boy Color, but also I had to pay like what was it, like 20-30 extra bucks for a worm light that plugs into the back of your handheld. It's a little little source of light, little light bulb.
Yes, I had to use my grandma's flashlight and just aim it down at the Game Boy. Yeah, that's how I did mine. The one that took like 12 D batteries inside. Yeah, that big old thing.
Just hoist it up on your ceiling with tape and rope. Just.
I had that thing sitting on my desk. It was too heavy for me as a kid. Hold. Hey, water levels. You think this song was faithfully replicated on the Game Boy Color?
Oh, look at On Guard. That is a really nice sprite for On Guard. Oh no, Voxandra losing the On Guard though.
Gone, dead already. Back into his little barrel. Even a little sprite flicker. Whole little Game Boy Color about to blow up.
You leave Game Boy Color hardware alone. This handled it perfectly. But much in my preferences with video games, especially retro games, the lack of lag.
Yes, no lag and no sprites. That's how you minimize lag. Just turn off. Oh, you don't need to see Donkey Kong. You know where he is. He's generally in this area somewhere.
All right, Voxandra up on. Wait.
Oh.
Wait. Ryan, what are you doing?
Gotta go. Did Ryan save? Was that a
Oh, going back. Oh.
See, you said that move in the air. I couldn't even tell if Foxana was actually getting the bananas or if they were just bananas like in the path in front. Like I couldn't even tell what was happening there. There's no letters up anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
But are we going for lives? I don't know.
It looked like I was just like missing out on it when they were doing the last stage, but Orion missed out on one of the letters like earlier. That's why they skipped over the G.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah, with the time allotted, got to be like kind of speedy through it. So precisely, Voxandra only one stage ahead technically, so still a really close race, especially if either of these competitors, you know, either find or not find good old Kong letters. But Voxandra looking to have her fourth stage completed. We shall see if she finds the G.
Oh, I would have been so dead. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember these barrel levels, the beginning of the barrel foolishness in this whole series.
They were always a trial.
Cause like I'd get in the barrel, just want to shoot myself out immediately, and I had to remember like the ones with the little speech bubble, they fire instantly. The other ones you have to fire manually. Score is gonna be updated shortly. The boil level for Vox.
Barrel madness up, barrel. Barrel. Okay, all right, there we go.
It's terrifying.
It really is. That's
the same mistake Ryan just made and made the same mistake twice. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
All right, Voxandra up to 5 stages completed with Kong now, and up to naughty. Naughty. Uh-oh.
Banana. Oh my gosh, I haven't. Can I say I've never played DK64 yet?
You've never played DK64?
Nah.
I mean, I technically don't own a Nintendo 64 anymore, so I can see how that's kind of like left behind.
Like $5 on eBay.
I would hope.
But fortune. Shoot, that's a problem.
The first
doing here. Ugh.
Yeah. You only have your Froggy friend here with you.
Oh, it was up there? What? I remember that being up there.
Yeah, it's up there in SNES as well, I believe, for the Winky.
Frog ain't got no kind of bounce.
I mean, while Orion's still on barrels, barrel heck, barrel purgatory.
Yeah, I get past that last drop.
All right, there we go. Just need to there. All right, now put Orion. I'll put them at 3 to Voxandra's 5. See, ow.
He's like, my God, these animations. These little bit animations are so nice. Actually, wow, poor guy.
Poor Diddy.
He's
like, shucks.
How did I play it? Well,
I really got a wall up in there.
Oh my goodness.
All right, with 3 more minutes, let's see if Orion can
that boost?
activate RTA mode real quick here. Ryan is at 3.
Oh my goodness, that movement. It's like playing Mario
I mean,
Land
if
1.
Voxander's just going to be going through these death loops right here, that might give Orion all the time that they need to catch on up.
Yeah,
But you got to be really careful here, because if you happen to miss it, now you have to go for a really precise jump there. But Orion goes through it pretty nicely. GG, and also you get that that good old checkpoint. Just one more. Yeah, I know, especially with like how small the Game Boy screen is. Right into a mini naughty.
Now, you know what?
Mini naughty.
I should have been like, get off my back. Just throw it back out the way. Come on now. Oh, boy. It's one thing that always it was interesting to me watching speedruns of BK games. Because, you know, that roll jump, how they can roll off and then jump after. It's so visually amazing sometimes when they go really, really fast. Especially in the newer games. You know, like, I love like watching Tropical Freeze like that.
Could that have been it? Could that have been?
No.
It looked like there was something up there, but he, Orion used the Diddy a little bit too inefficiently there. So that Diddy fell. And
did he fail?
Diddy fell.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, Ryan putting on a little bit of extendo action there.
You know, oh my God, these losing your partner over pits is just, oh no.
Threading the needle in the worst way.
This little right here. Oh,
one of the last shots for them to get stuff right.
Oh.
Bomb boom.
Oh, that might not be the best. Wow, the depths are real on this stage right here.
They were pretty close, but it's okay. Like the Game Boy Color version of this game is pretty like generous with like, you know, you don't have to go to Candy to save or anything like that.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot all about that original one. Oh, that was awful. Oh, that part.
That made World 4 a living heck for me. And yep, there goes the G. Voxandra skipped over it as well. But she didn't really need all that one because she was ahead by about 2 stages to Orion's 3. So that would mean another point goes on the board for Voxandra as she gets, well, both of our round 1 games down so far.
Yeah, getting the 1-pointers here on the Kong Collection Challenge game here that Bobby loves way too much. But yeah, you be glad we can't play no kind of Sonic up here. We can get some Red Ring Collection. Oh, that's the good stuff right there. You just wait.
What was that? Is that cause for a? Oh, you'll just have to stay tuned for future episodes to see what John's talking about.
Yes. Who needs a retro? We have a modern game challenge here. So we're going to give everybody a fully loaded Steam account and everything. So it's just, wouldn't that be cool though? Anyways, game number 3 is about to come up, you all. Alrighty. We got 2 points on the board over there for Voxandra. But again, it's still early. Orion can still come back and tie this up, maybe even surpass Voxandra. Okay. This is the last game before our first break, as well as before our chat participation time where you all get to help choose the game for round number 4. All right, so get ready for that. But first, we will invite in Voxandra this time as play number 2 so that she can help us out with our next game. So, do we have Voxandra here with us? Hello, how are you doing, the master of the DKC Kong Collection category?
I think I'm doing okay. I don't know. After trying that, oh my goodness, that game.
Yeah, how did you feel that compared to like Super Nintendo if you've played that?
I need anyone who has played the Super Nintendo version who hasn't played this version to play this version as soon as possible because, oh my goodness, that felt atrocious. It was so hard to just pick up barrels and like move. It was, oh my God.
Music to my ears.
See? Yeah, that's what we want everybody to experience when they're on this show. Just what you just said. Just pure uncomfortableness, atrociousness, and just a desire to be anywhere else but behind the controller playing that game. That's what we like. So let's see if we can continue that whole sense of frustration, okay? There are 5 games left to pick, which happened today to be 1 through 5 remaining.
1 through 5.
Which of those, which one do you want to go with that you believe will have even more joy
Which
for you to
one?
experience tonight?
Even more joy. Well, I do have a good time with
Mhm.
cursed games like this. I seem, and my advantage might be cursed things. So that means if the numbers left is 1 through 5, I'm going to have to pick number 4.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I'm always prepared for 4.
Good.
Wait a minute. There was a follow-up question. Are you really, really sure?
If there's anything I'm sure about tonight,
Good.
it's number 4.
Hush, Bobby. Okay, Bobby's very, very happy about this choice for some reason, or trying to get me to not ask you or make you debate your option. So,
Nope.
4 is the choice. We're going to send you out to get it set up and wish you continued success.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. I don't know where I think I just dropped her into Notepad. Anyway. Hey, Bobby, why are you so happy?
Oh, because I'm hosting another Super Boss Brothers episode with Brother John, and we get to play, or rather, we get to see folks play games that I absolutely adore, like Challenge 4.
Last time we saw this game, I wasn't having a good day. But fortunately, I am now on the viewer side and not the player side, thank the Lordy. And I know this guy's happy.
Yes.
So, what is Super Castlevania IV?
IV. Well, I'll tell you about Super Castlevania. It is a really good game, first of all. Released in 1991, one of the first Super Nintendo pieces of software that you can play on your hardware, and also the we'll call this the actual HD remake to Castlevania 1 on the NES. That is right. Double the bits, such good music, and get ready to see them whip these boomerangs around, start slinging them in Super Castlevania 4. Now,
wait a minute.
go ahead.
Wait.
No, go ahead.
I have a
Go ahead.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Because you would know this answer. Okay. So, why is it called Super Castlevania 4?
It's on the Super Nintendo, and they wanted to make everything Super Mario, Super Castlevania, Super Metroid, super ghouls and ghosts. Everything's super. Double the bits, all this processing power. They really, really tried to squeeze every bit of power from that cartridge, from that hardware. It definitely shows in Castlevania 4.
Is that the whole theme of this episode? We're trying to put the most challenging game on the console to just blow it up. You saw what happened with DKC. Now here we are about to bust open your Super Nintendo. We're gonna blow your whole wall outlet out, trying to put all these Mode 12 effects and stuff up in here, and
we're not putting them through the mode 12 effects, John.
But why?
They're just first off, some of the mode 7 effects can be a bit averse to people with photosensitive issues. So I would definitely not like to strain everyone's eyes with all this weebly and wobbliness and all these flashing lights. But you will be getting some really nice, core game meat and potatoes. Stage 6 and Stage 7 are no slouches either. They got to go through some pretty hectic platforming segments. Some really cool bosses along the way, including one of my favorites of Stage 7. And, you're still going to be seeing everything that you love about Super Castlevania 4.
I got it. I have played this game through. I may not know what in the world I'm doing in randomizer, but I have played this game through.
Yeah. And, another thing that we want to stress is since this is the VTuber showdown, and since we are showcasing these two folks for you today, please follow their channels. We'll begin some links in the live chat, but please do follow their channels at Twitch at Sandra and at Varian. At Varian VTuber. Then we'll begin those links to you down there. But they've been strutting their stuff really, really excellently. Actually, in that first Mega Man Street Fighter, it was pretty close as well. But now, but it's nice to get the hard stuff out of the way, right? Super Castlevania 4 is.
Is this the hard stuff? I thought this was the easy stuff. Well, I don't know. For me, I'm still down in Castlevania 1, so.
Hey, Castlevania 1's a hard game. I'm not gonna slice it any other way. Like I don't think I've ever completed it like without a game over, because that death.
I'm having some challenges right now on it, and oh boy, I'm tired. I just want to go get a drink. I don't even drink, and I want to drink. But
so like another reason why they call it Super Castlevania 4 was that over here they tried to spin this game, this lore, as a successor to Castlevania 2, like a sequel to Castlevania 2. But this is definitely just this HD remake Castlevania 1. In Japan, this actually was released as Akumajo Dracula, and so that there's no 4 there's no super there,
So when are your world record attempts coming?
That's 31 minutes. That's so large of a grind. But hey, if you want to see some folks at the top of their game, there is a Super Castlevania 4 speedrun tournament going on right now. Taking place throughout the next couple weeks and months and all that.
There you go. Get to it. I love watching speedruns of this. I really do. Because I know I can't do them myself. So, anyway, don't forget our players, they're about to get started. They're trying to get our code in so they can start in the correct levels, and then life will be okay. But don't forget, you all, after this game, when we draw a little first ad break here, you all will be voting for what games we will play in our 4th round. You all will directly affect the results of this event. So don't miss out on that. And don't forget, speaking of GDQ, that we have SGDQ. Submissions are open right now. They opened up, yesterday, I think. Was yesterday?
Yep.
Yep. So,
bright and early.
Yeah, so maybe this event or the stuff you see on the channel can maybe inspire one of you all to get your submissions in here. Who knows what you might pick? There's been a lot of new faces on these GDQs lately, especially the online variants. So, especially for those of you all who can't normally travel, especially if you're out of state, nowhere near, the whole world can submit now. No problem.
And that's definitely the silver lining to I would definitely love to meet up with all of my friends again. I would definitely love to be in that sort of environment again, but just a little bit longer. I can wait a little bit longer, and the silver lining is definitely people who are usually not able to attend these events at current can definitely strut their stuff for charity on the GDQ grand stage. It's great.
I'm driving to your house. We're gonna do a co-op.
You want to do a 2-player 1 controller?
Yeah, we'll meet somewhere in between. We'll meet somewhere in some random place in, I don't know, West Virginia. I don't know.
Well, okay, I mean, you have until the 11th, buddy.
That is true. That is true. Yep.
So that's great. Again, head on over to gamesdonequick.com for all the other information regarding Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online. Again, submissions are open now till the 11th. Hosts and general volunteer submissions and all that. All information is on that website as well. Opening very soon.
Alrighty. So speaking of very soon, our players are both just about ready now. We got them all situated.
Yes.
Bobby's favorite game ever. Maybe not favorite game.
It's quickly become a favorite. Like there's a lot to love with this game, and John, hopefully if you play through it again, there's a bit of a turn of opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I love playing it. I need to be more knowledgeable for a little rando action. Let's put it that way. Get a little more skills first.
Well, at least with 6-1, they're gonna get their feet a little bit wet with what they bring or what this game brings, because the difficulties kind of amped up a little bit. So without further ado, we are going to be counting down from 20 since delay, so bear with me. But get hyped for Super Castlevania IV, y'all, for the VTuber showdown of Super Boss Brothers. We're starting in 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Super Castlevania 4. Do you have this soundtrack on vinyl?
I really wish I did.
Let's see. I love how
I really wish I did.
It's pretty cool. Look at this. Say 6-1. Would you say this is like one of the easier levels or more challenging?
So stage 6 is about like a good way into the game, and it closely resembles like Castlevania 1 on the NES is like that stage 1-1. For all intents and purposes, you obviously go through 6 stages before this. So this is kind of like where like the real game starts. A lot of enemies will take some more hits to kill. You'll probably suffer at least 1 more HP worth of damage when suffering an attack. And as you see right here, like the zombie swarms keep coming at you, and there's a lot of get you moments, and this is only the first screen as well.
Well, this is the one where the player dies. It goes like da 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 da. Is that the one? Yeah, that's like that's the sound that you should use from those people who text you that you really don't like that much. You kind of get a nice little warning ahead of time. Like years ago, I used that actually. But yeah, Castlevania. Oh, this is so good. Oh, stairs in Castlevania. Oh.
Not only stairs, but we get this room. This is going to be probably one of the first big hurdles. But honestly, all right, so Super Castlevania IV speedrunning, especially when grinding for that, like a top time or, deathless or anything like that, can be pretty, not on your side when it comes to like, doing what you want to do. Getting like the right RNG, like setting like all that stuff. Yeah, however, in a casual playthrough, if you just take your time, kind of scope out the situation, gauge things out, your whip can do quite a lot. Not only can you swing it omnidirectionally.
Oh no! Oh my God, the penalty there. Oh.
Not only could you swing it omnidirectionally, but you could definitely destroy a lot of projectiles thrown by your enemies and like all that stuff.
Yeah,
that chandelier room, yeah, it's a test of execution. It's a test of patience. But Orion, they really kind of got the hang of it there. Just was a little bit short on that the second to last jump. But I think with the cool thing about the chandelier room is that there are not really any like enemy threats, just platforming.
Yeah,
so you just focus on that.
Random flying bird and million. Yeah, that would be awful. I feel like there's a hard mode like mod of this. Isn't there somewhere out there? If this is just too easy for you,
I think yeah, there is. I think there is a hard mode out there. There's a hard mode. There's like a beta prototype out there with a couple of playable stages. I think it was DD that was showing off a kind of like Kaizo hack, a modification of Super Castlevania IV, which was incredibly absurd with how much you have to like alter like your whip physics and like clipping onto the ring and all that stuff. Like it was absolutely incredible.
That sounds glorious.
All right, here, all right, Orion up to chandelier room once again. Got to be really careful and maybe try to do the best to not stand close to the edges of the chandelier platforms, because that could definitely happen.
I wasn't sure if Orion was trying to go for the jump or just jump too late or what there.
Yeah. So like, oh yeah. This will be a Voxander's try.
Just that first walk. Oh my goodness.
Don't look down. Do not look down.
This room right here.
It's such a tense room, and honestly, it's a bunch of swinging platforms, but that flashing red kind of sets the mood.
Oh wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand what I just saw. Like, did the whip like stop the momentum or? Huh?
Yeah. So sometimes, so if you hold like the jump button, like while you're on the platform, you'll kind of like stick in that position. And sometimes when it comes to the moving platforms that was such a tricky jump. When it comes to the moving platforms of the chandeliers, you might slip off. Like the hitboxes might not collide or anything like that. All right,
that's
so
what I'm
Orion,
looking at, like the jaggedness. I'm like, I'm wondering. I would love to see what the hitboxes on the platforms are right now. Oh, that was no. We don't. No, don't jump with it. Math does not work that way.
Become the chandelier.
Oh boy.
So yeah, John. Back when you were talking about is this one of the easier or harder stages? This is pretty. One of the major choke points of the speedrun, like in general, like that chandelier room, getting through it first couple of times is just.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember a speedrun because I'm trying to remember how many times I like stopped, like in this room at all, and just waiting for the platform to get in the right position. They have no reason to just take their time and just repeat. But oh my god, that jump right there is
It's one of the hugest hurdles. However,
Orion walked right. That's what Voxandra almost did on her first time in this room. She almost walked right off the start. And how many is it? 5 in this room, or is it 4?
I believe 4.
Oh my goodness, just making on by a toenail.
Now I gotta count them. I just know them by like cycle. I just know them by cycle. All right, last big jump for Voxandra. Let's see if she'll be able to be pretty patient with it, and she does. She clears it. Cool thing is that there are a couple of goodies in this room, and also she's completed 6-1. So if she dies, she'll respawn at 6-2. This room.
I don't know about you, but I just think the death now get over with that 1 bar health.
Well, the cool thing is there's a couple of routes that she could take. There's a secret room actually around here that she could grab some things from. There's also the La Fantasma.
Nice, Emilio. Try Peach. Are those instant kill chandeliers?
No, they just take like quite a bit. I think like 4 or 5 HP. There's a couple of quick damage boosts that you can do off of these couple of enemies that you will take just marginally less damage going through this. And actually, if we clear a little bit more of the screen, there is some safety like candle meat for HP recovery. There's some wall meat right there. And there we go. Orion up to Chandelier Rune one more again.
Ooh. These jumps right here.
Absolutely. It's that flashing red too. It's such a perfect addition to the to like the ambience, to like the environment. Like, ugh. But Orion seems to be.
I thought it was like you're just gonna die in here or something. Like, hey, pulsing, you're gonna die if you fall at all. You know.
But Voxandra's getting chased by the ectoplasms. And watch out for that. Orion, one more, or rather a couple more leaps of faith, and clears it.
God.
There we go. On to 6-2. And
oh, that was fun. So here's a real question. Is it possible to speedrun this game and not deboost? Is there no deboost category? I'm just wondering.
I mean, you can. I mean, that's definitely taking a very safe approach to the speedrun. And also,
oh, look, whip action.
When it comes to, like, you know, controlling crowd like that in Castlevania IV, you might just get boosted, you know, the right way accidentally. I don't know.
Accidentally. Okay, accidentally. By the way, Voxandra fell on that platform. The kind of semi-obvious, hey, it's gonna flip when you land on it, and well, repeat room. I appreciate Ryan's approach to just running away from everything.
And like,
hey, is that lag I see?
But then everything catches up to you. Yep. Unfortunately.
That's the sound you're seeing Nintendo struggling right there.
Yeah. You hear that SNES just go.
You see a little smoke coming from the back of your adapter. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
The little chip that could. Yeah.
That smell, is that smoke I see?
I don't. Okay, so all right. All that said, I don't ever think that there has been any instances of Nintendo's smoking because Super Castlevania IV was just a bit too tough to handle.
You cannot prove that. I'm sure there's somebody who's suffering.
Well, there were prototypes and betas, like they had to. Okay, so like through the testing phases, we might have seen, like, you know, one or two couple casualties. However, the final product, I think, is just fine.
It's alright. Yeah. It's alright. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Voxandra, oh my goodness. Trying to get past this room one more time. They're both on that same upper level. Hopefully they don't fall off at the end again.
Yeah, and these can be really tricky platform. Yeah.
Orion, that was the first time Ryan has seen that one. Voxandra already has fallen once before. Yeah, that's so mean. Yeah, at least it was ground below it. Let's put it that way. Just over 3 minutes, or just under 3 minutes. This is actually really close with these two.
Yeah, and being pretty stacked up on weapons as well. Voxandra actually, damage boost forward. Voxandra actually picking up that double shot. Allows you to sling some, your sub weapon pretty effectively, so you can have up to 2 axes on the screen at a single time. So which is pretty great.
I love how Voxandra jumped over that ladder. That was really close to Ryan. I don't trust going down ladders in this game, in any Castlevania. I don't trust it not one bit. This is the one thing that irks me so much about every Castlevania game.
Oh no!
So about that D-boost. Oh, that's the 6-1. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh, we gotta talk to Capcom, Sunsaw, who did this? Who did I reach out to?
You well know who did a Castlevania, John.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you don't want. I mean, I'm always a fan for a game that presents a challenge. No super hand holding. Like, oh, it's okay, we'll put you back 1 foot. But it's just some of these Castlevania checkpoints are just like you went through the struggles. Like, you know what? Sorry, back to start you go. And Voxandra is just plowing through on 6-3.
Yeah, making extremely good progress. Actually, a couple of rooms away from the boss. However, these are really lengthy rooms that she's going to be coming up on.
So, what is the technical name of these like grab wall master hands in the wall here?
Your guess is as good as mine, so we'll just go with that.
Hey,
grabby hand, wall master, redacted here. Let's.
For some reason, it's reminded me of Legends of the Hidden Temple, and that one room where they have to open the door by standing in something. They just get grabbed from right behind them.
You're
and she's like, ah! Temple guard. Oh, got it.
Did they already release the movie on that? I believe they were making a movie on that.
Oh, I don't know what. Did it happen?
Because it was like all right, so like Nickelodeon was like toying around with that idea. I remember seeing a trailer for that, right? But they were also showing a trailer for the live action Dora the Explorer movie.
Okay,
and they looked exactly the same. Yeah, they looked exactly the same.
We'll look up on the break. How about that? Speaking of the break, I think that actually is our. They're doing overtime actually. Yes, we're going to be doing overtime apparently because no one has completed World 6 yet. World 6 with Mario.
Yeah, stage 6. Yeah. A boss completion to see if we can race to the boss within that 5 minutes. Voxandra having a little bit of trouble, and honestly, we might need this 5-minute overtime because she is on her final life. If she manages to fall to any of these ghoulish fiends, then she'll have to be booted right back to 6-1.
Oh, I did find it. Yeah, it came out in 2016.
What?
Yeah, the Legend of Hidden Temple, the movie, a live-action television film. It premiered on Nickelodeon November 26, 2016.
Huh?
Apparently, it's on Paramount Plus. What? I completely missed it.
That was such a stealth release.
Yeah, it came out November 26th of 2016.
Ew.
I did not know this.
Okay. Well, let's watch it now.
Oh, also, if you have Amazon, you can get a free 30-day free trial of Nick Plus on Amazon. So maybe you can watch it then on free trial. There you go.
Absolute dope.
Required. I will be doing that tonight.
Let us know in the comments below if you saw the movie, how that went. I actually don't know how we.
Anyways.
All right. So on to the wow. Voxandra just whipped it.
That was ridiculous.
Just whipped it. That's gonna be time. That's a boss.
Yeah, that is.
And what a boss.
Boss destruction was real. Jeez.
Paula Abdul is down.
Why? Between that
you thought this was this was Castlevania 4 where everything was hard. No.
Why are we gonna give me like a level 12 platform session like a boss that requires 3 hits? Like, you go through a struggle for a boss that you can beat blindfolded with no. I mean,
It's only a ghost. It's only 2 ghosts. Are you afraid of ghosts? I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Well, don't even get me trying to figure out how you even hit a ghost in the first place. But you know what? I'll leave that for some other person to figure out. But so with that being said, at the end of our third game here, Voxander has a clean sweep right now. Of course, that really doesn't mean much of nothing in this early part of the state because after our break, round 4, you are going to be voting right now. Actually, our lovely Tech is going to get a poll going for you all in chat to choose what will be the next game coming up here. We have options 1, 2, 3, and 5 for you all to pick from, and whichever one gets the most votes will be the next game they play. So time to make your decision in just a few bits, and then what? We're gonna take a break now, right, Bobby? Break time?
That's right. It is break time. We're going to be breaking away for a couple ads, obviously. But if you don't want to see any of these ads, feel free to always, subscribe to Games Done Quick. We have a whole bunch of V modes. We got that ad-free viewing, and feel free to take solace in the fact that you are being part of supporting our hotfix shows, not only Super Boss Brothers, but like all the cool hotfix shows that we have on the rotation and on the schedules. So while y'all click on that poll and hopefully get yourself a little bit of a stretch on in, we'll be right back with even more of our VTuber Showdown episode of Super Boss Brothers. So stay tuned. We'll see you soon. All right, y'all. Welcome back to this VTuber Showdown episode of Super Boss Brothers, hosted by myself and Brother John with me right here. About to kick off round 2, are we not? And how you feeling, John?
I feel like chicken tonight. Are you old enough for that commercial?
I am not, sir.
What?
Respectfully, what is that?
You don't know what that is?
No.
Oh my goodness! You know what? You can. Someone in chat tell him because this is pitiful. There used to be this food product back in the 90s. It was like in a jar. It was kind of like marinara sauce, but it was basically sauces designed to help season your chicken that you would cook. So you used to have like the Alfredo version or like tomato sauce or like Alfredo, basically designed to basically make chicken taste better. You just pour it all over your chicken.
Okay, I need you to
don't worry.
Send me that commercial then.
Yes, I will send the commercial that you can like sing it on your stream, and the next thing you know, we have a hit record from it. So,
all right. Yeah, but we got round 2 of this episode starting off. Before we kicked out of our commercial break, we put the fate in chat's hands. 5, 3, 2, or 1 were the challenges to choose from, and overwhelmingly, challenge 5 won.
I didn't even look at the winners yet. I just saw it. Challenge 5 won A.
Challenge 5 won A.
Wow.
I'm
okay.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm going to just scope the reaction of the chat right now.
Can we give them 20 minutes?
We'll give them 20 minutes. Yeah, there will be an overtime.
So I have already internally exploded over seeing this game right now. I am bursting with happiness. Don't let my calm demeanor fool you.
Yeah, very, very ecstatic, enthused.
So, Sonic Spinball, a game I know way too well. As I always say whenever Spinball's around, if you haven't played this game ever in your life, you are doing your life an injustice. So, and not to mention, you can play this on the Genesis, you can play it on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, Game Boy Advance version. You can play it on the Game Gear and the Master System.
Mm.
So I can't believe you chose this game, but I'm so glad you did.
It's a simple objective, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, this game is always simple if you've never played it before. For those who don't know what this is a Sonic the Hedgehog in a pinball table. Sonic Spinball. As I will read it, guide Sonic through a variety of obstacles on this interactive pinball adventure and experience. I'll add on to that. The goal in this level, their goal is to complete the Toxic Sewers, which is the first stage in the game. Most folk don't realize that this game actually has more than one stage in it. Yes, it does. It's 4, you know? But most folk usually don't even have a clue what to do. Just to be nice, it looks like Bobby Cares. Hashtag Bobby Cares is giving our players infinite lives or infinite Sanics.
Okay.
So,
yes, because I played through this game casually without infinite lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I would not want to wish that on my worst enemy.
You just
let
need
alone
to get good.
Back in my day. All right, Jonathan. Okay, look.
I may be biased because, like, okay, you ran the last game and I run this game, so I'm a little biased here. Because I run all the versions, including the handhelds one, which are very
All of them. All of them.
Yeah. I need to submit my time actually. I think I have second place on the handheld one, which is disturbing actually. But yeah, so our players are going to try to get all the goal base in each level is to find the emeralds and beat the boss. That sounds simple, right? You know, of course,
if you know the game.
Ooh, yeah. But the fun thing is, man, this game has gotten so destroyed in any percent. Like this game is under 10-minute speedrunner now.
Yep.
We found some glitches. Ironically, around GDQ about 3 years ago, we found a glitch that allowed you to beat one of the levels without any emeralds, actually. And we found that in level 3. And then the task strats of level 1 combined with that. And another glitch we found 4 means that most emeralds ain't required anymore. But our players aren't have to worry about that stupidity. That is really, really some silly stuff, to be honest with you. But you definitely have to give this game a try. So yeah, that's the thing. They have to figure out how to get to the emeralds. They have to do various things to unlock stuff. But that's on them to figure out. I don't think they're gonna be told how to do that. So that's on them to figure it out. And I think that's the thing about this game is that it's not like you just go find them because you actually have to do things to get to them. You know. So, oh yeah, by the way, if there happened to be anyone who subscribed to me on Twitch, this would be a good time for Big J Boss in chat. I'm just saying. It's a pretty appropriate.
And for those brigade members, get those wines at.
Yes.
Bag those wines.
Yes. Sonic is a spinball. Well, he's a spinning ball, like always, usually, right? You know? Man, level 1. I really hope this show goes to a tiebreaker. Then we can actually do level 3 of Spinball as the tiebreaker. Yeah. Not 4, but 3. Level 3.
I thought you were gonna say 2 because 2 stage is probably like my favorite music out of them all.
2 is a good level, but 3 is like my favorite stage design. I don't know. I really love 3. 4 is just rude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, don't forget you all. You can play this game on mini console, but they are playing on the Genesis. Unless I didn't read the fine print, and Bobby actually put them on a handheld console. Yeah, if you want to see a way to make your Game Gear die very quickly with 6 AA batteries, yeah, put Spinball on it.
Get like 5 minutes of gameplay.
Man, please. By the time you figure it out on Spinball, your batteries will be dead on the Game Gear. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
It is really something else. I mean, look at Sonic. I mean, this is just the best game ever. Look at that.
It really is.
You know?
All right, John.
Oh, I'm so tickled.
Sonic's waiting. You want to help count this off, buddy?
Oh boy! All right, from the 20. Oh my goodness! You know, have mercy. Here we go. 20 and 19, 18, 17 and 16 and 15, 14 and 13 to the 12 and 11 and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Yep, totally read that
Sorry,
correctly.
What was 8 again?
Ach, that's German. Yeah, see, you have to use all the spit in your esophagus. Ach. The more spit, the better it's pronounced. So here we go, you all. This is Spinball, the game where the points don't matter, at least not in this category.
Nope.
They just need to get where the worm, we say worm's bagged here.
Bag the worm.
Oh boy.
You want I should bag him, boss? Yeah, bag that worm.
Yeah, so in this lovely level 1 with one of the best soundtracks in Sonic, to be quite honest in my opinion. They get all the emeralds, of course, in every level, but just so we have 3 emeralds to find. Of course, they both got a glimpse of the first one there. You can see it kind of stuck into the toxic goo. And be careful here. You can jump up. You just gotta watch out for the Loch Ness monster down there, apparently, whatever it is. If you get caught, you can jump out of it by just smashing the buttons. And you can also be careful on that jump. You kind of bounce off the side of the flipper. But if you jump in the water, yeah, you're dead. One thing you have to be careful though is if you do die, it does reset the stage level. You still have all the emeralds you've collected, but it does reset anything that was previously unlocked or you had to trigger something to unlock it.
So you have to like still interact with the shortcuts to open them back up again.
Yep. So as you can see, row your boat over there for Voxandra. And the thing about this emerald is it does provide a few ways to get to it, actually. I think Boss might know a little something about that. But anyway,
Aren't you like out of bounds to that emerald? Like what's the speed run tech? Okay,
if you jump like 80%, you don't get any emerald in this game. You just don't do anything. But
really?
Yeah, so the thing about, so on the speed run of this level, you're going to basically get to one of the, left or right side of the table. And you're actually gonna do some literally they're frame perfect, pixel perfect bounces that you'll basically be able to bounce and gain height all the way up into the boss room. You basically kind of just glitch right through the game and you just go right into the boss room. But they are literally, we're talking about if you want to learn that, you have to look at the actual screenshots to figure out the exact place to bounce. Otherwise, you'll clip into the ground and die in the slime or something. It's really, even I don't know how to do that stuff yet. But normally, for those who aren't doing that stuff, if you're going to get all the emeralds, for that first emerald that you saw Voxandra get, you've got basically 2 ways to get to it. You can either go what you just saw what she did, which is to use the little barrel from either the left or the right side and just kind of swim over to it and jump out and get it. Or if it's the last emerald you get, we haven't seen our players get to another section yet, and maybe I better not say, well, there's another part of the level that, oh, that's unfortunate. Bad bounce there, yeah. Gotta be ready for that. But the other option is that there are 3 emeralds, and to get the other emeralds, you have to use, they are going to hopefully find these little mine carts that you have to roll a ride in, should I say, in order to get your other emeralds. But if you get the middle one last, the mine carts actually aren't even there, and you just fall all the way down onto it from way above.
Huh.
So, but typically, if you're going to get emeralds, you would usually get, the either the one on the left or the right first, then the one in the sewer by swimming onto it, and then going into the minecart again, and then boss. That's typically the most optimal route, because most people don't realize that this table right here that they're on, so there's a bottom center they start in, and then there's like an upper left and right. The upper left and right are basically mirrors of each other, and they aren't required. You don't even have to touch both sides at all when you're just getting emeralds. Well, same thing that happened to Voxandra. Yeah, that bounce. So unless you are doing max jackpot, which is basically for lack of a better word, the 100% category of this game. You don't need to touch both sides of this table at all. You can do one side because you can get all the emeralds from one side of the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm bagging some more worms.
So you see Voxen just hit that little switch there, which is required. You do have to hit that switch. That actually lifts up the track and the middle mine cart section that you need to be able to get the bottom left and bottom right emeralds. So that is required at some point on either the left or the right side. Then that you just need to get up to the mine cart. And so both players right now, as you can see, there's two ways to get to it, either busting the barrels or you can go around the little worm loop and that will unlock the little gate kind of right beside that number you see. It says 0, 1, 2, or 3. So two ways to get up there. And once you get up there, you can actually go get the bottom emeralds as well as get to the boss eventually. Ooh, that was kind of scary for Vox. That was a really fast hook.
Yeah, it's like when you're, it's like a brush with death because it's like, yeah. Thank goodness we got the infinite life codes going on because like there are many a playthrough, many an attempt where you were just trying to survive, you know, trying to figure things out, and then you just had that brush with death.
Speaking of figuring things out, Vox started getting very, very lucky there. Welcome to Sonic games where things don't make sense when bouncing. You see, she bounced over the death pit and went up the drain lane into the sewer. And obviously she learned that the first path was the wrong path. I just sent her back into the table, so at least she knows where to aim herself. And you see right now, Orion going for the alternate path, which is the correct path actually. Same place that Vox Enders just was, but never mind, Orion made the same wrong move. So at least they know what to do here.
Yeah, at least the game tells you, you know.
Yeah, this game loves to embarrass you when you've done wrong. Like
wrong move,
or you're toast, or these random like, okay, yeah, you messed up.
The Cluckaloid. Yep.
Clucks are not your friends in this game. They just snag you in this level. They're worrisome in level 2 as well, and yep. So now, we need to hit up the ramp here, and you can kind of see the track. The same mistake on the other side.
Move.
Yeah. Oh wait, don't even try to understand what just happened there. Voxena used the right flipper, and Sonic went up, coming from the left flipper. Again, it makes no sense.
Yeah, like, is there any sort of like directional influence with this? Like, if Sonic moves in midair, can you like?
Yeah, so you can use your D-pad to control Sonic. You can actually slow down Sonic very heavily. So if you actually mash the buttons while Sonic is moving, so for instance, when Voxender is hitting Sonic upwards, if you hold down to mash A, B, and C, you can actually slow down Sonic's movement, like seriously fast. Like you can almost stop him midair, actually. That's a little bit hard to do when you're playing, because this game can be played on 2 different speeds, normal or fast. And so basically on the faster setting, it just makes Sonic move faster. So things happen faster, so you have to react quicker. Normal's a little bit more nicer. Obviously, you have, he doesn't move as fast in the air and all that kind of stuff. That can affect the boss fights, by the way, because you can one cycle some of these balls, like level 2's balls can be one cycle, level 4's balls. The final boss actually can one cycle it. It's much easier when it's on normal speed.
Oh.
But yeah, so that does matter, because in fact, most people run the game down on fast. A little harder, but it's easy to manipulate Sonic on the normal speed. But,
increased handling.
Yeah, it really is. It's just easy to control Sonic, because you can see sometimes when you have a really fast bounce, if you're on fast, it's just too hard to kind of slow him down at that point. Of course, there is that lovely category for those who don't know. This game does have the ultimate category, which is talking about the 100% category, which is called Max Jackpot, which, like I said, it's basically the 100% category where, now get this, Bobby, this is the 100% category. First of all, you have to get every single ring. By the way, there's the second emerald there for Orion. So that same emerald you just saw on the right side, that is mirrored on the left side of the table.
Huh? Nice.
Now, so you can either repeat the same thing or you can actually use a track. I'll tell them that after. So yeah, so first of all, max jackpot. You have to get every ring in the level. You have to find it first of all, where they all are. Whenever you get them all, the game tells you. Once you get every ring, you then have to find this little spiral of stars somewhere in the level and hit Sonic into it. You go to a multi-ball stage, a more 2D style, 2D, you know, kind of more natural pinball perspective game. You have to beat that stage. Then once you beat that stage, you come back to the regular table and have to beat the boss. Then once you beat the boss, if that's not enough, you have to beat the level, the bonus stage in between each level. If you fail the bonus stage after the first level or 2 or 3rd level, it's over. You have to reset. You have to beat every bonus stage in between the levels. And then of course, repeat for levels 2, 3, and 4. So it's a very, very challenging category because one, death. If you die getting the rings, guess what? You got to re-grab all the rings again. Not fun. Oh yeah, Ryan says get that bottom emerald there. So here's a fun fact though. As I mentioned, you don't actually have to get, like I said, you don't have to do both sides of the table. If you can get to one side of the table to the very top, you can actually change lanes on the track. So you don't have to worry about doing both sides and hitting both switches. That's why you don't have to worry about doing both sides. So once you hit one switch, you're good. But of course, if you die, you do have to hit one of the switches again because it does reset.
Oh, there's always that. Everything resets. All my progress.
I mean, hey. Welcome to video games. You know, built-in save states. Fuck that. You know? So as you can see, that's awesome out right
there. We go. Ryan, they got their second emerald. Good stuff.
Yeah, so once you get the last emerald there, as you can see, you fall straight down. Now the problem is once you get all the emeralds, the table does change a little bit because now those little barrels that we're riding in to get that middle emerald, those barrels now constantly move now. Normally they will always be dead center, but now they're constantly moving. So when you fall down, you may just go right into the drain. So you gotta be really careful. But all the other paths are unlocked now. So now you just gotta get to the boss, which is literally the same thing right here. You see? That is I'm so sorry. I feel bad even talking about it, but the slight things that change once you grab all the emeralds on the stage. That's how you notice how there was no minecart when Orion went to the very top. They just fell straight down. That's what happens when you get that one last.
All right, so yeah, just trying to make that climb to the boss then.
Yeah.
Sewer warp. One more emerald.
So Alexander can get them both here. Just gotta know which side to go on. If I said just change lanes, and there it is. So both players have all the emeralds now. Now it's just who can beat the boss the first. The firstest. The firstest to beat the boss.
Firstiest.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a little bit easier right now for Voxender because Voxender has everything still open because she hasn't died.
Yeah.
But Orion's got to clear another path back out again. And there's one right now, so this is actually really close now. Orion's getting themselves up to the boss here, and there it is.
Scorpius.
So Scorpius is a really cool boss. Fun fact, you can actually die. You can actually crash the game. Well, not crash. You can actually die on the boss, which is very odd when the game... You know, we're not going to talk about
like collision or...
So what happens is sometimes you get a really bad bounce and like get stuck in the wall. The game just zips you into the wall and you die instantly. But let's not talk about that.
Right with the stress.
Yeah, so the first thing I do is to get in. The quicker way is to just get inside of him, and you're just basically stuck until he pops out. You'll never not fail the cycle. It's a little more dangerous actually hitting from outside because then you can just ricochet downward at any given time. And of course, if you fall at the boss room, you have to get yourself back up. Unless you activate the drain, which is the 2 targets on both left and right side. So there's one of them. The shortcut above. You have to be careful when you're bouncing because you can ricochet over. So it says right now, it says quick jump inside. Yes. But nevertheless, Voxander has gotten it down though. Voxander, that was so close actually. Voxander getting the tail done and getting Scorpius dead too. Oh, wait, look at there. Not even 20 seconds separating both players.
Yeah, Ryan, not too far behind as well. What a glorious display by both folks.
I'm impressed.
You know what? Have bonus stage as a treat.
Yep. Yeah, here's the lovely bonus stage here. And every bonus stage, you have to. The physics here are very loose. It's like almost no friction on the table. But the goal, you have to free all the animals in those little tubes, and then of course destroy Robotnik. This is what the max jackpot requires you to clear. There's 3 of these in between each of the stages, and if you fail them, it's an instant resale in that category. Yeah. But it has really cool music. By the way, look at Sonic's eyes. Sonic's eyes always watch the ball. You see him talking upper left and right.
Yeah, that's so dope with the track, and I see the flippers as well.
Yeah, it's really cool. His hands move. This game was pretty cool, I must say. But before I get caught up on watching Lava Powerhouse. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's so dope. Yeah, I could watch them play this.
Oh,
Vicariously live. But yeah, anyways, congratulations to Foxandra for that first place finish though. That's 5-0. Orion not out yet. Not out yet. Actually, I think they're only warming up, especially since they're keeping these matches extremely close. So we got a couple more games in round 2 worth a couple points. So might be able to pull things pretty close point wise as well.
Yep. Game number 5 here. Also another 2-point game. And of course, in this round, we have our player that is trailing to pick the next game. And if I can manage to tear them away from their from their Sonic Spinball excitement here. Our next game is going to be played or chosen by right now it's going to be Orion was trailing. So we're going to go grab them and get them in here. Quick, where's Discord? All right, let's see.
RTA bot, are you here?
Yes, hello.
All right. Can chat hear RTA bot? Can y'all give a thumbs up?
Hello. Chat, can you hear me?
Hello. All right, cool. I'm pretty sure they can. Yo, you've been keeping these matches extremely close, so definitely not out of the woods yet. And I'm excited for these next couple of challenges. However, you, the player that's currently trailing, get to choose the fate of the next challenge. We have between games 1, 2, and 3. So what door do you want to go for?
So, Bobby, I feel that the choice is pretty obvious here. I am coming from quite a deficit here, but my goal here today on Super Boss Bros is to be number 1. So, with that being said, let's go with number 1.
Are you sure about that, number 1?
Absolutely positive, John. Hit me with it.
See, maintain that confidence. All right. Now this time you need to come through. Now I expect to see 2 points on your score after this is over. All right.
How could I let you down, Big John? It's happening.
Because if you don't, you're gonna have to play all the rest of Spinball without any deaths.
All right.
With no infinite lives.
Did I mention with no controller as well? Okay. Anyways, we want to send you back over, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you, guys.
All right, good luck.
Alrighty. As you would say, numero uno. So,
room number 1.
Look at this. Look at this.
Inspired from your crash pick of yester.
I appreciate that. Because I almost chose that, so I'm glad to see you chose this one. So,
Nitro
more
Kart
Crash Game Boy Advance. I'm so happy.
It's absolutely dope. It's a little bit different from the other platforms like PlayStation 2 and like all that stuff, but maintains a really cool charm as well. You can get to go pretty fast in this, depending on who you choose. However, that is the freedom of choice with this this racing game. But it's a pretty simple objective. Race your way through the first world. There is a boss at the end of that world that you must completely demolish, and then you're done. So have you played this port of the game before, John?
So I've only played this in one of my like A to Z challenges, and that's probably about it. Actually, it was kind of fun once I realized how bad I was. I need to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so bad at racing games. I really am. I mean, I love playing them, but I'm so bad at them. You know. And I know like everyone had to have a racing game. You know, we had Mario Kart, and everybody had to get something else. We had to have this and some of the other ones. But this is actually really cool. I've seen a couple people who speed run this. You know. All those little fruits and stuff. That's pretty cool, actually. It definitely is cool. I never even got to Crunk. I'm bad. The Crunk race. Crunk. By the way, in that screenshot, is that supposed to be Crash?
I think that's Crunch.
Oh, Crunch. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're supposed to beat.
No. This is from another like another race.
Oh, I was looking at the picture in the standings. I'm like, someone looks terrified, you know, in that little beside the word Crunch, like to come off guard.
Crash just kind of looks like beta Crash, like pre-development Crash Bandicoot.
This is our placeholder graphic until we can figure out what we want to do with it.
Yeah, no. Crunk is the boss of this world that we're gonna be having them go through. Crunch is just Crunch. Yeah.
Okay, Crunk and Crunch. Oh my goodness. Well, we're gonna see how they can fare in their racing environments here. They done have some platformers now and whatever you want to call Spinball. Kind of a platformer. Not really. It is kind of.
Spinball is a platformer. It's a precision platformer.
You remember that? Next thing in the pinball table was a platformer. Remember that, you all.
Just Sonic Spinball.
So this should be pretty cool here. I love the player names they've got here. That's quite interesting. Look at that Crash hand. That's like a pretty sprite. Actually, it's multiple sprites.
They do the handheld games justice.
Got to. You better pay all the money for it, and you gotta put all these AA batteries on top of it. Shoot, the investment. You know, I mean, you don't have to sit there and buy wall power when you play on your home console. You gotta sit there and oh my goodness. Well, I think I'm ready. This is gonna be pretty cool.
All right, you want to count things down, John?
Alrighty, they are starting from their name entry string, so off we go. Is there a significant number tied to Crash? Is there anything significant about Crash in the number? I don't know my Crash history. So we'll just start with
the TNT.
I said a number.
The TNT countdown.
But that's like only three. That's like 6 sevens. All right,
well,
so yes, hashtag you try. All right, let's go from 15 here. 15 and 14 and 13 and 12. So the 11 and 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. There you go. So, here we go. Welcome to the hub world. Hey, is this like I love how they have a hub world in this too.
Yeah,
how Crash-like. Look at that.
Now, Galaxy TR, you can, I believe you can tackle either one that's like glowing in your HUD. You see in the bottom right corner.
So looks like we're going to start on different tracks here, and the race is off here. Man, look at that GBA goodness here.
It does its best to emulate a lot of like the, you know, like the parallax of like you were saying of like Super Mario Kart, F-Zero, the other games that we showcased back then.
How many layers of parallax scrolling do we have going on here?
Now here's the thing, like they can't be extremely lax about the races either. They have to win the races to get the trophies.
Wow, well, we need to pick up the content sauce here because we got to figure this out. Look at these. So we got these items here. So we got this tornado.
Tornado. No, that's the wrong game.
No.
That's the wrong game.
We got what we got? Apu. Not Apu. I keep saying Apu.
Aku.
Me and Apu and Aku. Yes.
You're thinking of Papu. That's a boss.
Oh, I was thinking about Apu from what, Aladdin? The little monkey.
That's a boot.
I'm all.
You're thinking of Appa.
I got the A and the U, and I can't get the middle letter. I'll do. Oh my god. I'll get it right one day.
But yeah, you do have that. You do have the Aku mask, kind of like your star in this game. There's a whole bunch of like other like weapons and stuff that will disrupt your opponents. These little bombs you can roll out, and I think you can aim behind you as well. In speedruns of this game, drifting and maintaining your turbo speed is absolute king. Like you want to maintain that speed, and in like the little boost that you can get from that drift boost can help, like, kind of, I don't want to call it sequence breaking, but like you can go a little bit off the beaten path, and like the turbo boost speed will compensate for that, as long as you're chaining those slides, which I love games where you can chain slides, so great. Orion gotta be catching up a little bit there, and we get the all right, this is the mask. I can't remember, but I think it's Uka.
Wait, they have different names. I thought it was the same name mask.
Oh no, they're different masks.
Wait a minute. Okay, I thought it was like, okay, in Crash, when you get 3 of the same masks, become invincible, and you have the best invincibility theme ever that I just love to hear all the time.
Oh, I thought they picked up, yeah. So since Orion is playing as a villain, obviously Aku, the one of the protagonists, is not going to support a villain, so they get Uka instead. You get the counterpart to Aku.
All right, we're good now.
It's a whole story. Like you gotta play the original Crash games.
Well, see, I did play it. I never played as a bad guy though. I was too busy falling and missing jumps in Crash 1. Yeah, that was me. You heard that about 500,000 times when I played it. But yeah, this place is, oh boy, gotta catch up here for a box.
Oh, very nice. Using that time.
Yeah, that's like the lightning bolt equivalent. Mario Kart.
There we go. She pulling ahead. First place.
That was first everywhere here. Oh, well. First, how does a clock make you small? I'm trying to understand the Crash logic here. You know, like, why a clock?
Because time, especially in these times, is weighed heavy on us all.
That would work if the game was made in 2020. It was not made in 2020.
When was the game released? Hold on.
1950. No, I don't know.
When did that? Hold on. Let's get some information out.
Back when I got my first Social Security.
2004. Yeah, those are probably bad.
Yeah. Ooh, TNT bomb everywhere right there.
And like just having that first place just stolen completely. Oh no.
That's just.
Oh
no.
no.
That was so bad. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to catch up now.
But this is possibly the beginning of the Orion Redemption arc. Finishing one of those, getting one of those trophies.
And off we go to the next track. Yeah, all you need.
To the Inferno Islands.
I wonder how these items are weighted on the item selector screen here. I wonder if they're like.
Oh, you mean like are they like produced like position dependent, kind of like Mario Kart? Yeah. I'm not sure.
Some of those kart games are like position based. Some of them are like Mario Kart 8 is like distance based. So if everyone's jammed together, you're not gonna get anything good really.
Oh, so it takes like the whole group into account?
Yeah, Mario Kart 8 is. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 does distance based items. So it doesn't. You know, if you're in 12th, you can still get like one banana. Like yay. Yeah. But if you're way behind, then they start giving you the good stuff.
That's great. So like, yeah, it kind of like mitigates any like cheesing of like, oh, I'm gonna slowly slip into third place or something. Probably get like a bullet bill. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, these TNTs are good gracious.
It's so explosive.
God, flash warning over there. Man. But yeah, one trophy. Ryan having a little advantage right now. There's a little green shield there for what do you call it? Barrier.
Yeah, I think it's like a small barrier or something. Is Vox playing as Tiny? Is that Tiny the Tiger?
I can't even see the player. I'm trying to figure out where the player actually is in that car. Is it the blue thing or is it the red thing?
Oh no, she's playing as Crunch. Never mind. Yeah, she's playing as Crunch.
Oh, Crunch on Box Anderson. I was looking over at Ryan's side.
Oh, Ryan is playing as is that Engine or Embryo? I always get them mixed up.
Yeah,
I think it's Embryo.
Okay, this TNT now.
Nope, that's Engine. Never mind. Yep, that's Engine.
Like, okay, the TNT one. I know you can like dodge that. Like, you have to like jumper. It's some kind of timing. I'm trying to remember what it was. It took me a while to figure it out. I think it's like jump right before it explodes.
Oh, like evasive roll timing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a drift boost that they could be taking advantage of as well. Oh, right into the like.
Wow. Yeah, right now Ryan is just cruising. Look at that. Not even a competition almost.
See, there goes Uka Uka. See, they look different.
Uka Uka. Okay, this is like, wow, jeez, hit from the back. Well, this is like Navi versus like Tattle. The good one and the bad one.
Was that her name?
Well, Tattle wasn't bad. Just yeah.
That's the one from Majora, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, word. Yeah. But no, Uka Uka is definitely evil.
Yes. Okay, I got you.
Well, yeah. Playful right fairy, playful dark fairy, fine. Uka Uka does not care about anybody.
Does not care. This boss is trying to determine about the going a little different. The racer here.
Coco's a good speedster.
Cow. I go for myself cow right now. Yeah, Ryan is on point with this driving. I think they found their hot genre of the evening here. Our last game.
Hey, when RTA about likes to go fast, now we finally, yeah. See, this is why Super Castlevania IV was hard, because you couldn't go fast. You didn't have like many options. You just like, you just walked. Simon Belmont just walked. With this game, you are zooming everywhere. You are getting hit with all these Looney Tunes Acme effects.
Acme. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, sometimes just whoa. Like,
tell you what. I mean, they haven't gone off the track. It's nice to see good driving like this. I'm impressed.
straight cruising.
I mean, no items being hit at them. Just everything is just going like perfect right now.
This is only what?
Jeez.
This is only. Oh my lord! Yeah, just. Wait. They don't call it cruise mode anymore. They call it a what? Chill mode.
There it is.
Yeah,
Well,
I think so.
Well, isn't this the final? This is Crunk right here. This is the final.
Yo, engine is going.
Yeah, this engine is just ridiculous, man. I mean, uh-oh, wait a minute now. Yeah, this is really...
Yes.
Oh,
Put them on ice, but that ice slides.
Oh my goodness, that's rude. Yeah, 3 laps on this fight here. This fight, call it a fight. This
It's a
non-stop
duel.
TNTs. Is this throwing non-stop TNTs? This
Kronk don't play around.
cheating.
That's okay.
Wow, then they both got body for that one. Jeez.
Yeah, a little bit of reset to the neutral game there.
Oh,
But
man.
it might be worth saving a power up in the pocket. See if Crunch pulls ahead. Sorry, Crunk pulls ahead.
Crunk.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, because okay, so the little shield. If I remember, you can actually use a shield to protect yourself. We can like throw it at someone.
Oh, but see, pulling ahead. Okay, all right, cool. But that AI is gonna rubber band right on back up. Make this a really fair fight, quote unquote.
Pet peeve number 65,000. Racing games that have rubber banding. Oh my god.
Yeah,
They have the
you see,
fastest recovery ever.
Crunk's on his tail. Crunk is on Engine's tail, but Orion seems to be controlling Engine extremely well.
Yeah, this is almost.
This is blues right here.
Yeah, coming into the home stretch, that final big curve here, then it's just.
Don't run into the
Whoa,
TNT that you
that
literally
was-
just laid last lap.
Ooh. Unless,
I mean, I would have laughed, but
of course, it's a natural reaction.
and that is going to be time.
Look
That
at
is
that.
going to be time. Orion, they have completed the first area in about 14 minutes or so. So, great. Putting some points on the board. And we're
See.
still not done with round 2 yet.
Orion
So-
just didn't want to play Spinball again. That's what it was. See,
I
casual
think that
threat.
pep talk
and everything is okay.
motivated.
So that's gonna be pretty good. And you know the best thing is that well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, shall we? Again, game number 4 is behind us now. This was our not our chat pit, but our 5th game here. We got one more game coming up now in round 2. And only 2 options remain here. We are down to the final 2 here, which means in this game, in this round, our player that's ahead is going to pick, which is going to be Voxandra. So we're going to go get Voxandra in here and have her choose here on our next game here. We are looking for Voxandra.
Hi.
Well, you let Orion have those points? Huh?
I'd love to just be like, oh yes, I wanted to give a little bit of a hit. No, I'm terrible at kart racers. Absolute garbage. And that character I picked, I'm like, yo, Crunk or whatever his name was. I'm like, yo, this guy's funny. I'm going to pick him. He's fast. I'm sliding left and right on this freaking car all over the place. I could not stay on the track because his turn rate was abysmal. So I switched characters and I'm like, oh, this is so much easier to play. But it was too late.
Well, a little bit of a bumpy road there.
I'm just not good though.
But that's how it is.
Yeah. But don't worry. There may be a game that you can nail very easily here. Coming up, this is our game number 6. This is worth 2 points here. So you have 2 options left. I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you a
2
hint.
options.
Okay.
Oh, a hint. Oh.
Here's a hint about the games. Bobby, don't hate me. The
Okay.
second word in each of these games starts with an S.
That's fair.
The second word in both of these
Ooh,
games
I know.
starts with an S.
That rules it out, doesn't it?
Man. That really differentiates the two. My goodness, this changes everything.
I'll give you one more hint. Each of the games' names has a vowel in it. Yeah. See, I'm here to help you all. Make picking just a little bit more easy.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. My goodness.
So now I've given you those very, very helpful bits of information. Will it be number 2 or will it be number 3?
Number 2, number 3, number 2, number 3, number 2, number 3. I'm gonna go with
sure about
2.
that?
Sure about that? Oh,
Are you Super Saiyan sure?
I mean, if you put it that way, then I would want to be Super Saiyan 3 instead of Super Saiyan 2, right? That kind of changes things when you put it that way.
I don't know the things about Super Saiyan. I still never figured that
Oh my
myself.
goodness.
Are you over 9,000% sure?
Want to watch me turn Super Saiyan? No, I'm sticking with 2. I'm sticking with 2. I'm going to have confidence in my decisions.
Okay.
I have confidence. 2.
Okay.
All right, number 2 has been chosen. So we're going to wish you the best of luck, send you back off to the green room to get all set up. And
Thank you.
Don't fail. I believe in you.
I will do my best and try to be entertaining. That's what matters.
There you go. That's all we care about. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, with those amazing hints, I wonder if Bobby knows what the game is. Oh, duh, of course you know. What am I talking about? Look at the list. All right.
Yeah.
I'm having a bad week, y'all. It's been a rough week for me. Tell me. So, with those hints, there is the game. You know, the only thing I see on this layout is that big 1 million sticking out in the description there.
That's right. Welcome back to the High Score Challenge. Big money, big prizes. I love it.
Indeed it is. Super Smash TV. Uh-oh. Chat is scared and frightened at the same time, right?
Who doesn't love this game?
I mean, this is just shoot, and shoot. And looks like someone has given them the good old 1 million point score attack challenge.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Keep shooting. Don't get hit. Make the right choices. Come into a little bit of bonuses, and you'll come into the cashola. Hopefully racking up points to reach 1 million before the other one does. And we're going to have these two competitors actually play on the normal difficulty. So there's, a lot more content, a lot more points to be gathered. So we're going to be in for quite a ride with Super Smash TV.
Yeah, this is, wow, this game is, the last time I saw this game being played was played on on a much harder difficulty. I think it was actually played deathless, which is quite a challenge on that difficulty, actually. But this game is really cool. If you love those shoot 'em ups, you can't go wrong with this, I don't think.
Especially in the old days where you would have a friend come over. You would be that person on the block with a second SNES controller and Super Smash TV. And you would get that on some co-op gaming.
Yeah, I've actually never played this on 2-player. I've only seen speedruns of 2-player, like 2-player co-op. That's it. I've never seen it. I've never done it myself, but I'll be willing to try it one day. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to like relive like, retro couch co-op.
Yeah, and this game was this came out on a lot of platforms. Like I remember this is arcade. There's like what NES, and oh my god, what else is this thing on? It's on like Amiga or something. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Big John, what's an Amiga? It's not a Pokemon, I can promise you that. Shoot, it might be one. Who knows? Generation 10 or something. I don't even know. But yeah, you can play it with both twin sticks. It's on Game Gear. It's on Genesis. This game is really all over the platforms. Yeah, just don't die in this game and life is okay.
You would think that they would like hopefully bring this back in in some sort of fashion, because like with like as many like platforms as they pushed it on, like it's been pretty it tried to be like a hit back then, like it was exposed to a lot of people.
Yeah indeed. I mean this was one of those this was one of those twin stick games here. So it's a perfect game for an esports challenge now, wouldn't it be?
Yes, but IRL.
IRL.
Yeah, I mean, instead of like actual bullets and lasers, do like like laser tags type stuff.
What?
Yeah.
It's
Smash
a perfect
TV.
game for social distancing, honestly. You don't want to be too close to anybody anyway. I'm just saying,
Exactly. You get that zoning game out.
So we're playing on with the Game Boy Advance version. I don't think I have seen this on the GBA before. No, that says GBA. Oh, never mind. I'm just looking at layout. Yeah,
that's supposed to be supposed to be Super Nintendo. I don't know how this game would function on the Game Boy Advance.
Easy. It would die like all the rest of them. It just like my poor batteries. 5
minutes of gameplay.
Like I'm trying to imagine this on this is on the Master System too. So Master System is 8-bit. Something like 8-bit Smash TV. Oh no, that sounds like a problem. Sounds really bad actually, but.
All right, add that into your Atari game rotation, John.
What, Atari? Let me tell you, Atari did not make the Master System. Okay, so I can't do that, dear. I can't do that. But yes, if you all would like to see an Atari-only episode of Super Bowl Special, or maybe even just a different console where we just have all the games on one console, let us know. We might do it or something.
No, I have heard from some of my mutuals that we should do an all Sega Genesis episode sometime soon.
I bet you hinted that to them, didn't you?
Well, right. I mean, at least Spinball's out of the rotation.
Well, 7 Sonics. Here we go.
All right, speaking of here we go, both of our competitors are ready for some Super Smash TV. Good luck. You'll need it. And yeah, we're going to be counting down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh boy, Super Smash TV on Super Boss. So, do we know the lore of this whole game? Is this like,
nope.
Is this like American Gladiators? Is this like what's going on? You're in the game show and give you a gun. Your goal is to kill everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So the plot's basically like, in the distant future of 1999. This game came out this game came out in 1990. In the distant year of 1999, They pit two contestants against each other, where they must shoot their way and survive through a slew of challenges to find out who is the Smash TV bot.
Behold the power of a thesaurus, you all. That lovely description there. But yeah, they have like a little maze you can see in between the stages. It kind of shows them the path to the boss, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And yeah, just survive. I don't know, is it like gauntlet? Just survive, don't die, and oh yeah. Yeah, these are one of those. You want to see this game show on TV? That's for sure.
No, because there would be a lot of blood and guts everywhere.
Boy, that death animation.
This game is ready to eat for everyone, by the way. And
is it really?
I think like K through 8 or something. No.
Yeah. And that would be NC-17 or something.
But yeah, gotta shoot your hordes of enemies entering via those passages from up, down, left, to right. They can collect a lot of weapons. They're probably gonna be cycling through a slew of weaponry right here. They have some power-ups, and a lot of cool things you can actually interact with as well.
Yeah, as long as we don't die, we can keep those points going. But almost a quarter way there for a run already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for a game, for like an arcade experience like this, it's incredibly easy to rack up points. Might be, holding back due to the fact that he doesn't really have a sort of weapon. But once they are able to, rotate into another explosive weapon potentially, yeah, spread shot. See, now their point, accruement is going to be super fast now.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, there was a cool screenshot I remember from the manual for the NES version that actually showed a picture of you holding each controller side by side in kind of twin controller fashion. I just remember that manual. Back when manuals were really, really cool to read back in the day. This before your time, Bobby. You didn't have manuals. You had PDFs and QR codes to go scan to read the manuals now.
Educate me, Father John.
I'm gonna put a link for. I had to go find this. Actually. Hey, I'm gonna see if we can put it in chat maybe. But I remember that manual. I had to go find it. But it has a screenshot showing you how to hold the controllers for player 1 and 3 and all that stuff. It's so cool, actually. Nintendo has some really cool stuff for the time. You think about it, holding controllers sideways, things you do now that are so impressive and hey, Nintendo wanted to do it years ago.
Oh, this whole one of the very best at reinventing the wheel. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, and we buy it all the time. How many copies of Mario 3 have we bought? I'm just telling you, anyways.
Entertain me, John. How many copies of Mario 3 do you own?
Look, I ain't buying more than one copy. I already got it now.
Well, you don't like having multiple copies. See, I have. You see, one of my favorite games of all time is Final Fantasy X. I have Final Fantasy X on my PlayStation 2, on my PlayStation 3, on my PlayStation 4, on my PC, on my Xbox. Greatest Hits, PlayStation 2. That red label. You always gotta preserve the the hardware, the discs, and all that stuff. And I know there's Super Mario Brothers 3 on everything. There's literally everything.
Well, I do have 7 copies of Spinball, not by choice.
How did you come across
okay,
that?
so I had 2 myself because I thought I lost one, so I rebought one. But I don't know if you remember, AGQ 18, I think, and someone was passing out copies of Spinball. They had gone to the retro game store and just passed out just stuff.
Oh no!
By the way, we got the bonus room over there. All the money. Look at the bonus room over there for Orion, and this is a ton of money. Tons. Ooh.
Yeah, but it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
They're still creeping up on 900,000 extremely quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, again, the redemption arc. This is going to go to the final game, John.
Yes, this is what we want. This is what we love.
Oh, but wait. Orion just kind of being a little bit too lax about those deaths. Boxandra only about 50,000 or so to the deficit. Oh my lord! But
Vox, look, Vox just picked up a VCR. Just want to point that out, by the way. Continue. I mean, there aren't many shows we do on this. You know, it's like, yo, Vox just won a VCR.
Yeah,
What's
you know, thank you for
John?
surviving these hordes of heinous creatures and people try to kill you and all that stuff. Here's a
this is gonna be
VCR.
so close. Oh, like 50,000 to go.
Yep. And
I think Orion might get it. And
at 98, 99, and it is going to be Jesus. Come on.
no, don't die now. 950 now for Vox, and there it is. There's the toaster. The toaster put Orion over. 1 million points for Orion. Oh my goodness! Shouts out to the toaster.
Shout out to the toaster.
And there's 1 million for Vox. Wow, that was so close right there.
Vox was catching on up. Oh my lord.
Yeah, that was crazy. Two of these last 3 games have been so close now. You know, not even barely 20 seconds separating both players completing the goal now. So Orion forcing a required game 7 now to decide who will be tonight's Super Boss. Just the way we like it.
Yeah, just like that. Maybe is this a commentator's blessing or curse when I said a little bit earlier, this might be the Orion redemption arc. Only 1 game separates them from being crowned, I guess, the first VTuber boss brother. So
yes. What will happen?
So who will cement their likeness upon the all-star hall that we have here? Who will be the 14th? Wow, this constitutes them. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just wondering if anyone in chat could guess what Game 7 will be. Of all the millions of retro games. Huh?
Yeah, you did drop a little hint earlier.
Yeah, you got a hint as to what it may be. Yeah, so let's see if anybody can figure it out. Maybe you'll win cool points. Yeah, Super Boss Brothers cool points. There you go. Redeemable for nothing. They have no cash value. So, we're gonna do our break game. Our final break, you all.
Yes, indeed. And to get ready for Challenge 7, I need everyone through the live stream to get extremely hyped, because we haven't had such a pivotal Game 7 in quite some time. And so let's make some noise. And we're also going to be playing a couple of ads real quick. But if you don't want to be seeing any of those ads, you can also and always subscribe to Games Done Quick. We got a whole bunch of emotes, a lot of cute ones, including our good old mascot. And yeah, free viewing. So you can also jam out to this cool playlist that our producers put on for you. So we're going to be breaking away for just a handful of minutes. We will be right back with the final challenge of episode 14 of Super Boss Brothers. We will see you soon. All right, everyone. The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Those have been waiting patiently throughout all the game challenges of episode 14, our special VTuber showdown, where it has gotten pretty close. by the end of it all. So Challenge 7, one of our most pivotal Challenge 7s that we've had here in Super Boss Brothers. I am excited. Brother John, are you excited for Challenge 7?
I'm so excited, and I can't hide it. I know. I'm excited.
Thanks, buddy.
I am ready for it. I'm so happy that we actually have a Game 7 that will determine it. It's been a while, like you said, and this is such a great game coming up. The chat had a hint as to what the game is. I don't think anybody got it right. I didn't see any correct answers in chat, but I guess there's no need beating about in the bush, eh? And just get to it. The pivotal game number 7 for 4 points that will determine our Super Boss of the evening. And I'm ready to see it.
That's right. Welcome to one of the late bloomers of the NES life cycle, but you are about to see some little Samson. I love this game.
Cute. Ain't he just cute?
Yeah, so teamwork can make the dream work. We're going to have them go through the introduction stages as well. So they're going to be fed a little bit of what these 4 characters can do. And they'll be beating the game. They'll be beating the game. I'm going to give them about 15 or 20 minutes to do so. And whoever makes the furthest progress will be crowned Super Boss of the night.
Yep. This is the good old little Samson. It's a really nice speedrun game. It's not long by any means. You know, we had a little discussion during the break about long speedruns, and yeah, this is not like Final Fantasy Hundo. It's not gonna be that long. I promise you that. You probably beat this game I don't know how many times in that time frame, but yeah, who can make the first progress? I mean, someone could beat the game in this time frame, honestly. It is short enough for it to happen. Could.
Yeah, even if you weren't using, like, in the speedrun, you can do either, like, like no glitches, or or you can, do the 80% zips or all that stuff. But they're still around like the same time.
Yeah.
So like around 10 to 15 minutes or so. Still an extremely short speed run. And really pretty tricky a bit later in the stages too.
Yeah. And because 80% is like 80% on the easy is like under 10 minutes. I think it's under like 8 minutes or something. Pretty fast.
Mm.
So hey, we need a short speed run. Want to get into speed running because anybody can speed run. So hey, if you want a short game, hey, consider this possibly, especially like platformers and cute little creatures to play as, right?
Yes.
Oh, the cutest.
Including the dragons. So
I want to play as Mousy.
Well, we're about to. Well, we just need a couple more stages, but yeah, gonna start the game. Worth all the marbles, pretty much, because it'll put either player who wins greatly ahead, and they'll be crowned Super Boss. So I don't think we're gonna be seeing any glitches here. So this will be pretty much NMG. So I think we're ready to start on off, and the easy difficulty. We're going to count down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty. Little Samson, and look at that jump twist. Oh, it's just so beautiful.
The jump twist, the really happy music, the peppiness stuff. This is his game. Look at him.
Look at him acting like Mega Man X, just wall jumping all over the place. Yeah, so this game is true platforming here. You have a choice of a few characters here in this game. Obviously, you can wall jump and stick to walls and all that cool stuff. And of course, get to the level, don't die as such. No. Oh, even little Samson explodes on death. Jeez. What is this guy made of to do that, man? Jeez. But there are items. There aren't really that many items in this game. You know, there's like a heart to pick up, a big heart, small heart. There is an orb in this game, which you I think you just saw from Voxandra there, increasing the maximum health that you can get. And yeah, potion and extra life. That's about it, honestly. But there are a variety of characters you can actually pause. I think they don't have all the characters to start, do they?
No. So like the first 4 stages, they're just gonna be like being introduced to these characters. So first stage is Samson, and you can tackle these introductory stages in any order that you want, but first option is Samson. So yeah, you got to complete the 4 of those before triggering this boss fight. It's a bit mandatory, you know, a bit of how to tame your dragon. Speaking of dragon, Voxandra coming up to this dragon right here, and then the real game will begin pretty much.
So you're saying these are tutorial video levels here, eh?
A little bit. I mean, it's when it comes to introducing the individual mechanics of 4 characters, I think tutorial stages like this, instead of like, you know, various pop-up prompts and all that stuff, like as long as it doesn't interrupt the gameplay, like I think it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Like you have to do, you know, all this stuff with these different characters anyway. Like you're learning how to hover with the dragon, which is kind of, you know, essential. Oh, and you can also charge your projectile with the dragon as well. Like, you know, these things you'll come to, you know, learn when you're only playing as the dragon.
And by the way, the dragon's name is Dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon. Unspecial dragon. Now this guy.
the golem.
The heavy hitter here. My man is made from straight rock.
There is no breaking him. There's no shaking him.
He is literally made from what he's walking on. I mean, goodness gracious. He be walking on fellow golems right here.
Oh no, a lot of health, like a lot of maximum health, but he's still really, you know, still pretty relatively large in hitbox compared to most of the characters that you're gonna be playing as. So a lot of opportunities to still get hit, you know. And with that, Voxandra pulling up ahead, but also falling to that brute force type of thing, you know. You gotta kind of take advantage of being that rock, taking your time and just punching things from afar. Like maybe, especially since you don't know how much damage things can do. You know, the whole brute force damage boosting. I mean, when it comes to this character, is it even called boosting?
No, there's no boosting at this size.
All right, but Orion gonna head on out to the final character.
The best character. I'm sorry. It just yes.
Mouse time.
The mouse is the best character. It's just so cute.
I mean, honestly, I don't think you would be wrong in that opinion, because the mouse is pretty dope. It's best, and you can grow the mouse to be quite tanky once you, or if you ever look for these, you know, max HP ups and all that stuff. But as you can see, like, this mouse can climb on most surfaces that aren't, you know, that don't have spikes at the end of them.
And the mouse also doubles as Samus, being able to drop bombs anywhere it pleases. You know? Quaint little dots.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, like canonically, but it's definitely magic.
Yeah, we won't try to understand that one.
All right, here we go. The rite of passage. You got to tame this dragon. But honestly, and a little bit of a rough pattern here, But if you can get a steady stream of pellets, you can actually get this dragon in a stun lock and hopefully win that way. But Ryan, they're going tried and true at it. Like I played Mega Man. I literally played Mega Man at the beginning of Super Boss Brothers. I know how to dodge things. I know how to jump and shoot. Oh, wait, but that's a double kill.
In true Mega Man form, right? Oh, way to go, Bobby. I blame you for that.
That you can 100% blame that.
Is that another double tap?
Y la otra también. Ay, Dios
twice?
mío.
I'm not seeing double here. Wait a minute.
You can blame that one on me too. Yeah, put that one on my tab. It's okay.
The double kill. What is even happening today? Well, keeping it nice and close here. And
yeah, definitely. Hey, but it looks like Voxandra had managed to tame the dragon. So she is going to, password, but also continue with the game.
yes.
And in easy mode, there's only a handful of more stages to go through, but they're still pretty difficult in their own right.
Yeah. But the good thing is, this intro is still shorter than OT. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. No Mito skip for this one.
By the way, I love OT. I'm just saying.
Okay to riff on things you love, you know?
Yes. You know what? I can't stand that Bobby either. No.
Oh, here we go. Y'all need to protect me from Big Brother John right here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but we have so they also have the ability now to change between whoever they want. So if they're suffering too much damage, you can switch to the tank guy, but obviously you're gonna be moving extremely slow. You haven't guessed, fastest movement in the game is mouse. But there are some advantages to having Samson out. Like, you know, he can really scale on walls quite easily. He has quite a bit of amount of HP as well. As well as the dragon. The dragon can float, carry you, from platform to platform. Has a nice charge shot as well. So, whatever you're comfortable with, little Samson will, the game will, help cater to your playstyle or your needs. Oxandra coming up to the first boss here. And really tried and true to the, the jump and shoot of Mega Man Yor.
I appreciate how
Ryan catching back up.
This is amazing. The boss just shoots out pellets with no movement themselves. It just
Doesn't need to. He's like, I only need to do this until you really whoop on him, and then he turns into that.
Yeah, we got some Resident Evil stuff going on here all of a sudden. T-virus action. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, you gotta switch. That's a really cool thing about this game is that the characters don't share health pools, so you can feel free to switch between whoever.
There we go. The trademark Nintendo flashing a white, and Ryan explodes all over the screen.
Not over yet though. Can still catch up.
Mm-hmm. What's that one level advantage right now? Oh look, that's not scary whatsoever. Look at the shooter here.
Yeah, gotta aim for the head there.
Did I just see a one-up die? That's some Mega Man stuff for real right there. Watching the one-up just fall off.
Yeah, unfortunate.
All right, see if Ryan can get past this second phase here. Oh, going with the behind the back strat here. The quick punches. Just elbowed. Oh my goodness, that was aggressive.
Yeah, remember you can still share the health pools, and just staying on that golem can bode pretty well since want to call that hard knuckle. His normal attack is hard knuckle, but a bit more easier to
had
control.
To find a Mega Man 3 reference, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I did. Alexandra definitely getting the hang of like this, you know, switching the characters, you know, to, you know, fit the situation.
That's for sure there. Oh, please, Orion.
Yeah, just cruising along there, Ryan. Just need to catch up a little bit. Just don't get hit by that. What? Okay.
What happened to like disabling the enemy's bullets after they're dead here? Just
No, not little Samson.
Wow, second boss there for Alexandra here.
Yeah, this one can be a little bit of a hassle, but as you can see, the dragon's normal attack kind of like curves upward. So you can probably, you know, get that little hitbox, deal some damage there. But got juked. Peekaboo. Now suffering a little bit of damage there. Gonna have to be really, really careful. Where's that boss coming from? Now here's the scary part. Is Samson is the only one that can take about like one more hit before pretty much everyone is within that mortally wounded range.
Oh man, unfortunately, taking a death there, and ooh, Fox.
The thing is, this is giving Orion like all the time to catch up as well.
Oh,
like,
wow, just spawned right.
Yeah,
he's not gonna like that.
Gotta be a bit more careful.
Yeah, what I'm trying to get to say is they already died once on that water section there. Not the best on time here, but this boss is. Ooh, this boss purely RNG on the spawn locations.
I believe so. In my category, like, yeah, they actually skipped this boss, so I actually don't know the ins and outs of this boss. But
skipping parts of the gameplay.
Yeah, dance game. Alexandra getting up close and personal with this boss. And suffering some pretty crucial damage. See if we can get the out DPS out. Oh, switching to Samson though, not a bad call. Pretty topped up on the health there.
Seeing double here. Both players in the same boss now. All right, catching up. Ooh boy.
Alexander only having a little bit of HP to burn through, but just staying safe on that Samson with the most HP. Ryan, no! And Alexander just going for it and it just paying off. And that will propel her one stage ahead.
You know, for a guy made of rock, he's pretty weak. he's literally a walking boulder.
So this is like the water boss, right? So Pikachu weakness is like, you know, rock is weak against water or something like that. So
I haven't learned this stuff yet. Don't confuse me.
I'm sorry, John.
I have my notes out. Water beats rock or rocks beat water? I don't,
Water beats rock. It's been that way in Pokemon forever.
Why is it that way? Why doesn't rock beat water?
Ask Game Freak.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll hit up on Twitter.
Howard. Orion catching it up because that boss is now down.
God, jump. Get help and then lose like 85% of it. Right after. Oh, they are both continuing on there. This is what's this color scheme?
I really like the palettes of like all these levels. And oh no, going for a game over, but it's okay. It's okay.
You know, walking on the wall just feels so cheesy.
It's like you ever play Castlevania 3? I mean, Grant can do like the same thing. He's very quick and nimble when he needs to be.
I mean, this design the game kind of around. They put spikes on the walls so they can't just abuse it all the time. Water wears down rock. But rock stops water. Like if you put a whole bunch of rocks where water's draining, the water goes up.
That is a bunch of rocks. That is only one water.
Well, what is one water? What is one water?
There's only one water, John.
How do you? Yes, I'll have one water. This is not a cup of water. It's a whole bunch of waters in one cup.
No, that's not how it works.
I mean, isn't one rock just a bunch of little pieces of rock stuck together?
No, a rock can be a rock. A boulder can be a boulder, etc., etc. Water is water.
What is one water?
A pretty powerful force that will erode rock over time. I don't make the rules. Pretty sure I read that in 5th grade or something.
Nevertheless, our players are in the one water level here. Well, not one water, but there's water in this level. Both of them are side by side on the same boss. Again, we're seeing deja vu here.
Are we seeing the sink?
3 minutes to go here together.
The sink.
That's Dragon versus Dragon.
Oh, what's gonna be going on here? And like, we're in the final couple of minutes of the last challenge, so this could pretty much be it.
Yeah, this could be that. And please are getting different patterns here. Ooh. This is actually pretty cool, I must say here.
Are you really looking at the mashing ability on Voxandra?
Yes, there are many sparks being deployed from that mouth here, that's for sure.
Like wow, like Orion is going for that, you know, like the charge strats, but she is just hammering away at that.
And that boss, oh goodness, that head on and boss down for Voxandra.
Yes.
Orion behind, but not doing any damage. Can't hit that one from the back, apparently. And, oh, boy.
Oh, this is one of my favorite levels that Vox just went to.
Oh, I wonder why you like this level.
It's good for platforming.
Yeah, okay. Ain't nothing down there, Vox. I can tell you that. But there's something there.
All right, looks like we got Orion trying to go for the mass strats as well. Oh no, they're taking a lot of body shot damage.
Oh.
He's like, I kind of want to reset that. But does he have a lot? Does Samson? All right, Samson will live to fight another day.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Voxandra in a little bit of predicament. Can't jump too high because you'll be in a death trap. Here we go. Ryan trying to get up close and personal.
Yeah, oh boy, a big health bar.
Oh, and getting some pretty unfortunate attack patterns from that boss, Orion. Yeah.
I'm going to assume we have the solid black background to give the Nintendo more to work with here.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We can't have no.
They put every inch of design in the, I guess, the playable characters, but also the bosses. The bosses are pretty phenomenal in detail.
Yeah, those bosses are very scary looking. And there's the boss down as well. Poor Ryan. Oh man, the boss there for Voxandra. In fact, both our times are up, it looks like, but I think even so, if it wasn't, Vox got another boss down as well, so that would probably solidify the win there.
Yeah, Vox ahead by a pretty decent margin in that final challenge, and wow, What a what a close final challenge, and honestly, what a close episode. Like it honestly could have gone either way, and like wow.
Yeah, they both were on the same balls with less than 3 minutes to go. Literally, whoever got that boss done first probably would have won anyway. And of course, Fox able to get another boss as well in case we call it a tie anyway. So really good, like, second half of the show for sure. Keeping it back up, forcing a game 7, which is so much better than some NBA finals we've seen lately. But anyways. But yeah, so GG to Voxandra as tonight, or this morning, depending on when you're watching, super boss of the show. So congrats to her on that one. And Orion, don't let the score fool you. Those were some close matches in round 2 in this one. Really good competition there for sure. So before we have to get them all in here, we gotta have a little powwow with them both, of course.
Yeah, let's get some post-ops going.
Gotta have those deep dark secrets discussed here. Not about that, but anyway, let's get both Orion and Voxandra into our little booth here. And hello, are you both here?
Yes, hello, John.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Voxandra pulling out the W with the little Samson skill. And I must say, both of you all did fantastic in that game. I mean, many times you were on the exact same boss.
Thank you.
On that one game. So that was visually very exciting to watch you all, especially even in the last part of the whole match. Very, very close. But just a little bit quicker there for Voxel. So congrats on that one being tonight's Super Boss. You can go print it out on a little piece of paper and hang it on the wall somewhere that you want.
Nice. Thank you.
But so let's talk about this show. Where do we even start here? What do we even start about this? Easy. We start with Spinball, of course.
Yes.
First of
You
all,
both actually performed pretty well on Spinball.
Spinball was so fun, honestly.
I'm wondering if either of y'all have ever played it before at all. First of all, start there.
No, not at all.
When I was, 9 years old or so, played it at a friend's house for like half an hour and was like, what is this? It's so annoying. That's it. That's my experience with it.
So, how long did it take y'all to figure out like what to do? Like, I mean, you probably knew what to do, like, but how to find stuff. I mean, have you ever seen anyone speed running, or like, I'm just trying to figure out what your experience is because I want you all to go back and play it again, right? Of course you will.
Of course. Here's the thing: Sonic Spinball with infinite lives. Oh, now it's a fun game. I like this now. This is great now. All of a sudden, I'm having fun going through this. Wow, fantastic. I'll tell you what happened. I've seen some of Sonic Spinball because my friends at Gigaboots sometimes play Sonic games and whatnot. And I remember watching them this like a few years ago, get in the bucket and sail on over, and it led to an emerald. Now, when I got in that bucket and Sonic had his little paddle out, like something clicked in my head and just said, just pick a direction, go, just go. And I didn't even remember what was there. Like, I didn't reason, but something in my brain was like, you got to move. You got to keep going here. And then I ended up where the Chaos Emerald was, and I was like, oh my God, yes.
Yeah, that was kind of because you all actually got them a different way. Because Orion, I think you went the other route to get that same emerald. Actually,
Yeah, a lot of
I
it.
think you end up getting that one last. Actually, where you didn't use the bow, you just kind of fell down on it.
Yeah, and for me, a lot of it was just process of elimination. And as soon as I figured out like a good path towards getting just that objective accomplished, I just focused on it and just kept moving.
So you are going to continue that game, right? You both have a way to play it with infinite lives. So that means you're going to play it all the way through and actually see that the game does have an ending and more than one level, right?
Yeah, honestly,
Astonishing.
I'll probably play it again. Like, that was a blast.
I actually, that was
No,
fun.
that was Spinball. That wasn't Blast.
Right,
That's another
right.
Sonic game.
Sonic
Yeah.
3D Blast is different. My bad, my bad.
Yeah, we have Blast on the previous episode. You want to go reenact that experience, I guess. So you heard it here, you all. Both Voxandra and Orion will both be speedrunning Spinball, so look out for their attempts.
Let's not get a little carried away here.
That's what I heard. You know, I might have a little waxy ear, but that's what I heard. So.
Hey, you heard right, John?
Oh boy.
Has this whole thing been
All right.
one plot to get you to try to scout out people to speedrun Spinball? Is this what this is all
I
about?
just
Actually,
want you all
is that what this
to
is for?
okay. So here's the thing. So Bobby curated this list of games. Okay,
Yep,
Uh,
I did.
and interesting enough, there was a game that he runs and a game that I run on this list. So you have to blame him for that one. Because he wants you to run Castlevania 4. That's
Yeah,
what.
I'm converting everyone to Castlevania 4. Like, the gospel must be spread.
I've already done an offering for Bloodstained 2 Curse of the Moon, though. Do I really have to do Castlevania 4 as well, Bobby?
Yeah,
you
All right.
obviously. It's where it all began. Well, not really, but it's the HD retelling of where it all began. So if you like double the bits, no I can't say there's no lag. There's a lot of lag, but if you like fighting against lag in your speed runs, you definitely want to do Castlevania 4.
Now, you might not convince me to do 4, but you might convince me to do 3 or Rondo or maybe even Aria. Those are my favorite Castlevanias.
They're all really good in their own right as well. We'll talk about that because classic Vanias are extremely great. Let's talk about a couple of other close matches that you folks have had, like Super Smash TV. Like, were y'all familiar with that at all? Because like the race to 1 million points crept up like extremely quickly. Like to y'all being between like 50 to 30, only 30,000 points ahead or behind. So how did y'all feel about that?
I've never played it before. I know about it. I've known of it. I've seen it, but never actually played it.
Yeah, and for me, I definitely, I mean, I'm familiar with like the arcade version of it, but I've never actually really played it. And like, I really just had to rely on skill sets from other games that I've played a lot more frequently to try to squeak out that win there.
I'll tell you though, that shrapnel was invisible. Okay. It took me halfway through the run to realize what was killing me. And I was like, oh.
That was awful. Oh man.
Yeah, that game can sometimes be extremely cruel. A lot of the a lot of the more accessible speedrun categories are like on easy. We had you play through normal just to have like more opportunities to build up more points. I think that kind of like worked out a little bit, in that aspect, because things can get overwhelming like pretty quick.
Yeah, that was really cool to watch, I must say. But I know what we had talked to Ryan a bit about. Well, actually, both of y'all. But what? Okay, Donkey Kong Country Game Boy Color Edition.
It's dope, is it not? Like, yeah.
It
You
was
saw me trying to
fun.
pick up those barrels. You saw what was happening on my screen. You knew what I was trying to do and what was actually happening.
You were playing the video game,
That
were you
is
not?
very true. It was video games.
It was definitely a game, and I mean, it was definitely fun for what it was. It felt like a pretty faithful port for the most part, but there were definitely some things that felt it just wasn't quite there on. But going from Super Nintendo to Game Boy Color, it kind of makes sense, and I'm willing to give it a little more leeway there.
Yeah, I think I'll say, you know what? When it comes to that game, I'm proud of the Game Boy Color. It's doing its best with that game.
See?
It is doing its best.
Yeah.
It's best. Yeah, there was a theme going. It's like we had several games here that seem to be pushing the limits of the hardware, while it was being played. Castlevania 4. All the different mode 12s and 13s.
Look, no
that got
one's
going on.
Nintendo's died in the making, production, filming of this episode. Okay, we all get to go home.
Easy, because they're probably playing on high-powered i9 and Threadripper processors. But anyways, anyways, little dried up 10 megahertz processor. All right, so DKC, you all love so much, and Spinball, you're gonna start speedrunning it. Castlevania 4, you loved. Super Smash Bros. Of course. What about that Street Fighter Mega Man?
Do you know how lucky I am that my friend Dr. Orochi was doing a Mega Man month. I'm familiar with a lot of Mega Man games, but thankfully he played through the Street Fighter one, and that was very recent. And I was looking up boss orders because I got really curious about it. And he was doing an order. He got stuck on Vega, so I'm looking this up. And for some reason, I retained a couple of them, and it worked out.
See, that's what I said. Vega's what bothered me the first time I played it.
Vega's the one that I saw that was like atrocious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like you were cruising through the stages pretty well, and I guess going within boss order a little bit is too, like making some mincemeat out of Blanca there.
I've played a lot of Mega Man Maker, so like playing a lot of Mega Man and Mega Man Maker. When you get a new level in Mega Man, it's not too hard to transfer that over and just slide through and try to plow your way through and be a little careful when you approach a pit, that kind of thing, and it transfers over, I think.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you did well on Blanca's. You found a weakness, but we were watching Orion. Orion was going with the Buster Strat on Blanca, and I was just like, if you just change weapons and just burn Blanca.
I respect the Buster only attempt, because like when it's between you and Blanca, especially in fighting games, like anything goes. All right. Then that EX Blanca ball can come at you so fast, you might not even have enough time to switch to a weapon and fire. What? You're trying to live.
Yeah.
Orion, how did you feel?
Look,
How were these boss fights in Street Fighter?
as much as I wanted to DP on reaction for all of those Blanca balls, ultimately I didn't like the actual weapon I got from Dhalsim. I was lucky enough to stumble across Dhalsim to begin with, and after going through a bit of the Blanca stage and getting familiar enough with it, I figured I would just try to commit with it. And that flame just kind of holding you in place after you shoot, that just did not gel with my playstyle. So I figured I would try to muscle through with Buster, and I mean, you saw how close it got a couple times, but I mean, sometimes you just eat Blanca balls and you lose. That's really all there is to it.
Yep.
Yeah. That one bar death was like, ugh. Yeah, me and Bobby were, that kind of hit us like, oh man, one single bar of health, and unfortunately Blanca got you.
Yeah, that was a real heartbreaker on my side too, John. I feel you there.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, we've gotten to get the feel of like the types of games that you two like playing and whatnot through this. However, there are games outside of this that you obviously play and are obviously fans of. So we'll give the audience here a chance to know you, especially since this is our VTuber showcase. Tell us about you and and what you do on your respective channels. What kind of content you create, what kind of communities you got. We'll start off with Voxandra, ladies first.
Sure. Well, I play a lot of retro games, a lot of old stuff. I tend definitely to have like retro and indie sensibilities. Sometimes I'll play something that's modern, like something like 13 Sentinels will come out of nowhere, and I will just be completely enamored by a game like that. But otherwise, like my favorite games that came out recently would be Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which I absolutely adore. I play a lot of Mega Man X. I in fact do a Mega Man X mid-month marathon. We're in the middle of the month. I play X1 through 6 because those are the 6X games I'm willing to play together in a marathon. And it's funny, I speedrun X6 because terrible game casually, really fun speedrun. Really fun. And so I wanted to have that in the marathon, and I am on record not being a big Mega Man X5 fan, so we had to include it because it'd be weird to go X through 1 through 4 and then 6. I do 1 through 6. And then the other thing, the big series I'm a big fan of, there's 2. Beatmania 2DX. I am originally a rhythm game player. So it's the arcade rhythm game I love. And the other is the Saga series, such as the Final Fantasy Legend games for Game Boy, Romancing Saga 1, 2, and 3 for Super Nintendo, and my favorite, Saga Frontier, which is getting that remaster soon, which pinch me because I'm pretty sure I'm still dreaming.
Yeah, you had to. I definitely mentioned that when we were going through the tail of the tape here about Saga Frontier. Really good slew of games. Also, I'm a pretty big Final Fantasy Legend fan as well. So and I did manage to get the ports that they released on like Nintendo Switch, the little collection of Saga, really good. It's about $20. I'd recommend anyone who likes like the old school like RPGs to pick that one up for a couple bite-sized adventures.
100%. 100%.
Well, Orion, hello. What do you do? I know a little bit of what you do. Tell them what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as Bobby was saying, I am an RTA bot, so a lot of my content is based in speedrunning. And a lot of the games that I run, you would be very hard pressed to find a common thread between every single one of them. If you were to look at my speedrun.com profile, I mean, you would see the likes of WayForward's indie classics such as the Mighty Switch 4 series. There's an old PlayStation game called Jumping Flash 2 that's on there as well. And on top of that, touched a little bit of Bloodstained 2 Curse of the Moon, because, you know, I like me some Metroidvania style games in general. But more recently, I've been focusing on games like Hotline Miami and Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg for the Nintendo GameCube, of course. And with all of those games, the common thread is hard to find, but for me, they just feel good in my hands, and that's really the main thing I look for anytime I pick a speed game. And my main goal with just having all of these different games under my belt and streaming them and such is to not only introduce just unsuspecting people to speedruns that are really cool, that they may not even know the game or have any concept of what a speedrun would look like for them. At the same time, too, I noticed that for the speedrunning community, there are a small handful of speedrunners that are VTubers, and on top of that, aiming to be more of the speedrunner's VTuber versus a VTuber that happens to speedrun. So, definitely focusing on speedrunning for most of my content on my channel, and you'll also see occasional, just casual playthroughs of games. And I also happen to have 27 siblings, all under my artist mama, and we all like to do stuff together and have fun. So sometimes you might see some casual stuff too, but definitely first and foremost a speedrunner through and through.
You know, I'm so happy you said you choose a game that feels good in your hands, because I think that as long as I've been doing speedruns, like since like 2013, people think you have to play a game because it has 100 people running it, or because it's the popular game that gets all the views or something. And the fact that you don't care about that, just like whatever I like, which is what I think you should be doing for a speed run. Choose a game that you like, that you enjoy. Who cares if only 3 people are playing it, only 50 or whatever? Just play it because it just feels good to play. And I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad that's how you. That's really good to hear, because many new people who come up in the speedrunning scene think they have to play. I'm not knocking the popular games. If that's what you're gonna play, go for it. But some people have that false sense of idea that you have to play the 1,000 viewer game, the one with the 500. You can't play games that don't have a big established community. You know, I have been here from a long time, and someone has to start a community. A community has to start at zero. You know, someone has to be the ringleader to start a game, like you have apparently have done, and people see these obscure tests like, wow, this is really interesting. What is this? Oh, I'm gonna try it too. You know, and I'm so glad you do that, and that's really good to hear. I don't hear that often, so I'm really happy that you said that.
Yeah, it's really great. I had a thought, but then that one escaped me. But thank y'all for sharing, you know, a little bit of like what y'all do and, you know, your current hobbies and interests and all that stuff. Really love the amount of competition and hopefully the camaraderie built through these little random games and all that stuff. speaking of having things, cooking, John, we did mention something a little bit going on at a little bit earlier at the beginning of this broadcast, right?
Yeah,
that, people should be looking out for.
Yeah, next weekend I will be heading off to the grocery store and buying paper plates. In a 14-pack. No.
Ready for that July 4th cookout a little bit early there, pal.
I'm trying to have my burger sent fun around my neighborhood. Like, what you got? Don't worry about it's mine. Leave me alone. No, but yeah. So this is something that's going to see on the channel amongst all the wonderful events that you all will be able to have a chance to watch, hot fix and all that stuff all week long, every week almost. Almost every week. There's always something going on the channel. But next weekend on Saturday, mark your calendars, Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We're going to have the debut of the Link to the Past Jumble-matic Randomizer competition here. So you don't know, the players don't know what they're going to play. You all can help affect what happens. The settings could be anything from all dungeons, Enemizer, entrance randomizer, key sandy. Who knows what is going to happen? But we're going to have 2 players who are going to be racing possibly 2 seeds of Link to the Past Randomizer. The settings won't be known until they get ready to start. So not until the last minute they will get it. Interactive, it's going to be really cool. The players can ask for help throughout the race. You all can help them. You all can hinder them. I can hurt them and hinder them. All in love. So don't miss that 6 p.m. next Saturday on this very channel. Twitch.tv/Games Done Quick. So don't miss that.
That sounds really fun.
So, fun. Yes, don't miss it. And I'll be hosting it. I'm going to have Bobby tracking the items. He doesn't know that. No, I'm not going to force him. But don't miss it, yeah. Next Saturday of next week, so the 10th. So don't miss it, Joel.
Yeah, definitely. If you have not yet followed GDQ, what are you doing? Definitely follow GDQ because we are having some pretty consistent and very unique content by the week and by the day. And speaking of which, tomorrow is going to be the hot fix. I believe that's never happened before. Yes, I believe that's never happened before. A show about glitchy speedruns and learning about how those glitches work. Kung Fu Fruit Cup is going to be having the good old Tej on to teach us about Link's Awakening. A little bit of a good old exhibition there. Do not miss that. Do not miss our future Super Boss Brother episode going on the 16th and the 30th of this month. April Fools, you're getting a bit more of us this time around, I think. So, I believe I believe that's going to be it, but do not go anywhere because we are going to be dropping y'all off via a very, very GDQ-esque raid. But obviously, we're going to be stepping away and trying to find a good old target for y'all. Run a couple ads and all that stuff. If you don't want to see the ads, feel free to subscribe to Games Done Quick because it really, really helps us fund future hotfix episodes of not only us at Super Boss Brothers, but all the other shows on the hotfix rotation. So until then, we will be seeing y'all soon. Well, I mean, John will be everywhere apparently. Oh, you got some stuff going on.
Yeah. What? Huh? What? Wait. What?
No, you literally just talked about the event.
Yes. I told you I'm having a bad week. Today's been a rough one. This week's been, sometimes you have one of those weeks it's just like, so. But yeah, don't miss that. Of course, me and Brother Big Bobby will be back 2 weeks from now for the 2-bit episode of Super Boss Brothers, right? Nothing but 2-bit games. Well, maybe
I'm super excited. But all right, y'all, from all of us here, thank you very much for tuning on in, keeping those tabs open and staying interacted with us, staying engaged. And thank you very much for experiencing this VTuber Showdown with us. But take care, y'all. We shall see you soon. Have a good night.